And now, everybody, buckle up, sit down, grab your snack, your ideal drink. We are here to bring you Agro Fighting. In the booth with me today, I have Chad, the champion, the GOAT on the microphone and on the mat. Alongside Chad is going to be Kane, the Kane, not the WWE Kane, not corporate Kane, but Kane Hickney, a champion in his own right. Go ahead and introduce yourself here, Chad.
I'm Chad. Yeah, I'm Chad Escobar here with the impeccable commentary team yet again. We're here ready to watch an incredible round of fights. Honestly, I cannot wait, especially with this first one. How's everyone doing today?
Feeling good. Besides Cody getting my last name wrong, I'm feeling pretty great. Excited to be here. The card looks good. We've had a few last minute replacements, but we've made it work, and we've put on quite a bang. And we've got two title fights at the top of the bill. We've got Ganja versus DosserYou, a rematch for the PlayStation 155 belt, and also in our co-main we've got Jamie versus Bumrock for the PlayStation 145 belt. So that's going to be a very interesting matchup at the top of the card. But today we've got starting the Hearn versus the Highlight, which is going to be a very interesting matchup.
Well, yes, you can see it right there. It says it all 2-0 to Hearn already. They must have played one online, but the first fight between them was an extremely good, close affair in which Hearn got the dub. And I think this rematch is really going to show who's going to float to the top of that 155 PlayStation 4/5 division.
Yeah, and as you were saying, Chad and Kane Hickney,
Hickney, not Hickney.
We're looking at Kaki Sonny. He's 1-2 so far in PlayStation 155, and the Highlight is a whopping 1-4. So both of these fighters have a long way to fight back in order to get themselves up in that big 155 PlayStation division, capped off by the guy Ganja. And then as for the last minute replacements, guys, get this: we had a replacement for a replacement. Can you believe that? That is going to be at the top of the bill. Nobody really wanted to fight the owner, Jamie. So everybody just buckle up. We're going to have a great time. We're going to move on to the next matchup right here. We have Kaki Sonny versus the Highlight.
Well, you touched on an interesting point there, Cody. Obviously, these two guys, they have a negative record currently, but both of them showed extreme promise in all of their fights, and Highlight's only fought the best of the best, realistically, and Sonny's only fought the upper echelons of this division, and actually shown quite good for relatively new debutants in this sport. But as someone who went on a bit of a losing streak, what would you have to say? What would you have to say as some advice?
Yeah. I mean, losing streaks happen. Chad, I agree with you, man. Yeah, losing streaks happen. It's a part of fighting. Eventually, you're going to get knocked down, but the best thing you can do in getting knocked down is getting right back up, dusting yourself off, man, and keep working hard. Keep trying to push yourself through that adversity. Myself being 1-5, now I'm a whopping 6-6. I mean, hey, anything can happen in aggro. Anything can happen in UFC. We've seen this game. This game isn't 100% finished. I'm surprised they don't consider it a beta. But yeah, right here, right now, we got Kaki Sonny versus the Highlight boys. Who's ready for this one? As you said, Chad, wonderful first matchup. I mean, goodness gracious, these guys just absolutely throw to bang. So we're going to see, and again, guys, people who are tuning in, do not expect this to be exactly high-level gameplay you see on the ESFL. This is a for-fun comp league. Everybody just buckle up, try and enjoy your time. We get a respect nod there. Yep, here we go. Interesting-looking cap there to start things off.
This will be a brawl. I'm looking forward to this the most. This is the kind of fight that you'd have seen. This is the kind of Bonar Griffin. These are the type of fights that I imagine to be an all-out slugfest to start the card off well.
It's a nice head kick there by Hearn, but it was blocked.
Southpaw stance for Hearn. Good head movement.
We've got Hearn on the right in the green shorts, and then we've got the Highlights in the left in the black shorts.
Yeah, good head movement early on.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about Highlight. He's going to have great head movement. That's what he does. He moves his head quite a bit. Actually, I had some notes here for the Highlight. He said he's been kind of working on his ground game as well. So I'd like to see him maybe take the fight to the ground if it gets a little too tricky here for him against Hearn. Hearn's obviously a wonderful striker in his own right. He fires off 3 hooks. Big switch kick to the body. Big rear hook right there. Yeah, Highlight's going to have to avoid some of that messes there, because if he gets into a scrap with him, he's probably going to lose out on that. He's not going to be able to just rely on his head movement for the entire fight. Chad, how are you feeling about this fight so far?
Well, it's interesting. you're seeing with Hurd, he's throwing a lot of these looping hard kicks, these massive head kicks out of these southpaw stance. These are two new things for Hearn. Normally, he actually fights out of orthodox. So coming out here and showing off new skills, I think you have to make some changes when you're 1 and 2 and something's clearly not going right. But I think it's not for a lack of skill. But he is doing well. But Highlight's head movement has been impressive so far. It's really impressive.
Highlight just caught him with a really nice straight just as they break the close quarters. So this is a really interesting fight. A little bit of a starting off. A little bit of like a slower period for the Highlight. The first 2 minutes was a little bit slow, bit of a feeling out process, but definitely like to see him get it back in the fight a little bit more because although he might have landed some good shots at the minute, Hearn is just winning on volume. He's landing more, although not heavy shots. He's just clipping him 50%. So I'd like to see the Highlight come back and with a little bit more sauce on his shots.
Hearn's not really Hearn's throwing a lot of these uppercuts as well, which with Highlight using a lot of head movement, I don't think it's particularly the best idea, and I think he needs to make a little slight change up. But he is still winning the fight. I think Highlight needs to really up his output, and headhunting against Hearn may not be the best particular option, I don't think.
Exactly. With those uppercuts, what would be a good idea with the head movement is a good shot to the body. And you see Hearn there went with the uppercut to the body, but as he's swaying back, as the Highlight is swaying back or swaying to the side, catch him with a body hook because that's going to make him second guess the next time he starts to sway because that does a lot of damage. Especially if you duck into one of those hooks, it's going to do a lot of damage. So some body work from Hearn would be good right now. Good luck.
Block the way he's doing the blocking as well. I mean, obviously that new update's going to have some impact.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Chad, the update did do a little bit to your long-term block damage. Highlight's eating a lot of these shots through his block too, so that's going to be interesting to see as it continues on later on in the match. The block recovery isn't as strong as it used to be. Hopefully, Highlight played a couple of matches and got used to that new block.
What do you guys think then going into round 2?
Yeah, Hearn's definitely got that.
I would say on short volume, I'd give that one to Hearn. Highlight had some good moments. He did land that straight right as they were breaking from the close quarters phone booth fighting, but a little bit more action now, a little bit more urgency from the Highlight would be expected. But let's see if he can put something together now.
We are all in agreement.
Yeah, if I'm Highlight right here, I'm definitely taking the fight down to the ground, change levels, kind of get Hearn thinking about it. As he gets a big overhand, gets a huge drop. He jumps right on top of him, throws it an array of hooks, and he gets his back.
Is he going to go for a choke?
That sweep right there. And he gets right up. Very interesting. Yeah, the rear naked choke from that position is what a lot of the pros consider incredibly OP. Highlight goes back to that overhand. Yeah, if I'm Highlight right here, I'm not falling in love with that jab overhand just yet. Hey, I got a good rock off of it. I'm going to take a step back, reassert myself. I know I just won round 2 so far, so let me try and piece him up, not getting any big exchanges because my head damage is a little bit lower than him, if you could see that. So if I'm him, I'm kind of taking a step back, readjusting.
Well, that certainly will get Hearn's attention. Go ahead, Ken.
One thing I do want to touch on, is what you said earlier about the block. In the opening minutes of the round, seconds of the round, Hearn threw a head kick and it took almost all. Oh!
Caught him again. Caught him again.
And again
he's timing his shots well. That's maybe what happens when you're timing your shots. Doing it again. Hearn needs to be composed.
Yeah, so the Hearn threw a beautiful kick at the start of the round, and again you just said it there. It takes the Highlights block almost all the way down, so that could be very dangerous in the later parts of this round, as we see again. That kick is doing a lot of damage to the block, and I think Hearn's reading that. I think he's noticing that does a lot of drain on the block. So it'd be interesting to see if he takes that into consideration, starts to slowly piece up the combos, and some good head movement there.
Yeah, very good head movement. Yeah, and another thing too, if I'm Hearn, I'm not necessarily falling in love with that big roundhouse kick to drop that block down too much. All it takes is a big duck underneath, like we just saw with KIA Humble versus Rennie recently. KIA Humble's winning that fight 100%, and then all of a sudden, Rennie ducks under one head kick, and the fight's over. So you got to be careful not to fall in love with that big roundhouse kick, as we're looking at these guys' stamina right here. I'm not necessarily liking what I'm looking at.
It's a 3-round fight. I think they're fighting for a 3-round pace. Yeah. I think, if anything, it's smarter to fight like this than be a bit more reserved. And if you know the fight's only going for 3 rounds, I mean, a lot of people have the tactic on ranked, especially the lower class people below Division 15, to win the first 2 rounds and then coast for the third. So perhaps it's just get a win at any means necessary for these guys.
And what I do want to say is, although he's taken a lot of damage, the highlight does have the stamina advantage by quite some bit. So it's going to be interesting how that plays into the third round to see if we're going to see more of a drain on Hearn's stamina, if we're going to see the highlight really step it up in round 3. Because he has done some big moments in this round, probably stole the round. Oh!
And there he is. It's not stolen. He's won considerably.
Absolutely.
He's done extremely well here.
Oh,
God, and again.
There, that Celtic Cross. That Celtic Cross sure does a lot of damage out of that sniper class. He gets another drop. Wow, Highlight has been very imposing recently in the second round. I got to say it's 1-1 here. Highlight doing a lot of damage to the Hearn there. That right there could change the whole complexion. What's up? I'm watching Discord right now. Yeah, no, we got to look at right here. Hearn definitely knows. That might have even been close to a 10-8, guys. Hearn definitely knows, hey, I got to go out here and I got to do something big here. He goes for that roundhouse kick. I like to see Highlight duck under just one of those, and that'll change the entire complexion of the fight.
I think Hearn needs to persist with those hooks. He's breaking through the block at this point. Every single one of these uppercuts, he's essentially just not landing. And I think if you hit a jab, hook, I think that could seriously do some damage to his opponent.
Absolutely. And again, the body work.
Crane kick there. Switch kick to the body.
Hearn goes
for
an attempt elbow. Sorry, up.
There you go. He's going down. He's like, that would have been offensive.
For the first takedown.
Denied by the
Highlight does well to get out of that. Hearn backs out of the clinch.
Situation.
Hearn's not being put off by those knockdowns. He's still marching. Do
you think there's too sugar in? Nah.
It, man. This is getting close to it. Highlight's got to do better with the stamina management. You don't want to get caught in a vulnerability strike right there with your stamina real low. Be very careful here. You fight. He gets it with that big head kick, but not in range for the Hearn. Very, very, very difficult there. If I'm Highlight, I know I'm winning this fight. I might be going for the finish. He gets a big 1-2 drop. Yeah, go ahead and just go and finish this fight. Be careful. Don't abuse your stamina. You know you can take a lot if he finishes them there.
That Celtic
big
cross.
Celtic cross finish. Yep, the big Celtic cross finish. That right there was beautiful, beautiful work there for the Highlight. Going down, round 1, hey, he was getting his ass handed to him. And then all of a sudden, he pulls it back together, steals round 2 in a 10-8, I would even say. I think my counterparts would agree with me. And then going out there, getting the job done with a big Celtic cross finish there in the third round. Beautiful, beautiful work there for the Highlight. Showing that he could come back from adversity, work his way back into it. Beautiful highlights.
Absolutely. And that beautiful 1-2 down the pipe. He was landing it all since the second half of round 2. He really noticed how Hearn's head movement, he picked up on the pattern, picked up on the sort of movement that Hearn was using, and he capitalized with that straight 1-2 down the middle. A beautiful performance. Came back from definitely a 10-9, even possibly a 10-8 on Hearn's side in the first round, and then the Highlight brought it back, absolutely dominated round 2, and then absolutely flattened.
It's just in Hearn has actually left the Aggro group chat, which is ironic. It'd be a sad thing to see him leave, especially with the trilogy on the horizon. You've got to think now, one apiece. I think a trilogy, it makes a lot of sense for the two. I really do. And considering Hearn won the first round, there are still some positives to take away from this fight.
Yeah, that too, and that's something you can't really like turn your head around to. Highlight is a good fighter in his own right. You got to be careful with the Highlight, man. And he had to have known that. He did a very good job in the first round. I think that was just a case of falling in love with that big roundhouse, that big rear roundhouse kick. Gotta be careful there, man. That was a little disappointing, I'm sure, for him. But the fact of the matter is that Highlight's a great fighter in his own right, and shrug that one off and come right back. I think he will. I think he's having a Daniel Hooker moment where he's saying, I retire. I'm dropping the gloves on the mat. But he'll come back. I believe so. He's definitely not a bad fighter.
Yeah, I think that trilogy is a realistic next step for both of them. But realistically, what is next for Highlight? Wow, we're gonna have to see in the future.
I think he definitely needs to do a little bit more work before we even look at calling him a contender for the belt. I think a few more wins under his belt. I think he really needs to refine his game a little bit. Although he just did a really good had a really good performance with a nice knockout. Again, that first round was very rough for him. And esque to a Cowboy Cerrone, he sort of starts quite slow, picks it up in the second and third. He needs to start fast from the first as soon as it starts, because for the first 2 minutes of the round 1, he threw nothing. There was no straight. Well, sorry, he threw a bit, but he threw just little like pop shots, nothing real hard. So it'll be interesting to see what Highlight takes from this fight. Obviously, credit to him at his skills. He pulled off a fantastic finish, but I do think there is some very some areas of improvement. I would have liked to see this ground game. I think someone had mentioned. I think you, Chad, mentioned that he's wanted to improve his ground game. So I would have loved to see that in this fight. But he came out, got the beautiful knockout, and he moves up in the rankings.
Well, one apiece, guys, and Highlight is screaming for the rematch in the chat. But honestly, that was a great fight to start off.
Next, we've got Chad's favourite fighter in Agro.
Oh, I didn't know it was yes. I'm happy. Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, we've got. Oh wait, no, is it? We're not having Mucho then. Or is it BOTG next?
Oh, Mucho's
right.
next. Okay.
And then we'll do BOTG.
So, Kane, basically what you were saying is you saw holes in his game, Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee.
saw holes in his game. Yeah, no, that was pretty good though. That was alright. That was a good fight, to be fair.
It was
Hey,
decent.
Danny,
It's
if you
that
can
third
hear me,
round,
keep
bro.
pumping out those channel points. We got to keep pushing those channel points. You're gonna keep putting up the betting, right? People love betting.
People love betting.
Hold on, let me look in the Twitch chat, see what people are saying while we're on break. We've got 24 views. It's not horrendous.
You're gonna keep putting up the betting, right?
Whoa, what have I just opened? Holy shit. I really like that.
Okay.
What is?
Mucho v Dylan. Oh, I want Dylan to win.
Dylan.
Yeah, I think he'll win, to be fair.
CIA got you pushing too many pencils. Not real, man, if you don't get that quote.
I don't get that quite. Nick said, good commentary, boys.
Oh, Chad.
And we are back at AGRO34 with Mucho versus Dilla 2025. I'm very much looking forward to this fight. A very big fight for the implication of this division. What are you guys thinking? What are you thinking?
Well, coming in on the betting,
Mr.
Mucho is a heavy favourite, and more people voting for Mucho. 99% of the channel points going on him, so heavy favourite for Mucho.
99% of the channel points are going on Mr. Mucho, so it seems that the chat very much do have a favourite.
I've seen Mucho fight a couple of times in other promotions. I believe he'll come away with a victory.
And our CEO Jamie believes that they're very much right. Apparently, he's got a long history in other promotions, meaning he is very much an underground king. What are your thoughts, Kane?
I'm very, very, very excited. It's going to be a great fight. I do want to draw attention to the fact that for the fans watching, Cody hasn't shapeshifted into a British person. We've got Jamie stepping in on commentary, the one man in the co-main event tonight, fighting for the 145 PlayStation title. Jamie, just while we've got you in the booth, how do you feel about tonight? How's your what have you done to prepare for this late minute and last second opponent?
It's pretty much the same fight. It's pretty much the same fight. They're both stand-up fighters, both throw the same strikes, the exact same. Don't matter to me. The outcome's the same.
What do you think is the outcome? I'm imagining submission,
I
but what
believe I'll
round?
turn it MMA King or Bum Rock into a Panic Wrestler, and then the submission will come.
Interesting. Are you going to pursue your first KO?
That's the plan. I hope he's listening.
Interesting.
He thinks I'm lying, but I don't lie.
You don't like? Oh no, that is interesting. It is a very good. How are you feeling though? Your first title fight in a while. Any pressure?
I'm a champ.
Huh?
I'm a champ.
He is a former champion.
I've got the champion.
And how do you feel about Bumrock's comments? I spoke to him earlier about the fight, and he said he's been out for a while, and he was been itching to defend the belt, and he knows that you're going to try and wrestle him. What do you have to say to that? Obviously, Bumrock said he wants to try and finish it, but he believes it's going to be a grinding. He's going to get it by a grinding finish. So, what do you think to his prediction? What do you think to his statement about you saying you're going to hump his leg? How do you feel about that, Jamie?
Cover your kids' ears, but fuck what he says.
Oh, well, that is vulgar. I didn't know they were. Yeah, I didn't know they could hear you.
Anyway, back to Mucho. Dylan, less about me. Look at that calf. What is that helmet? Get me.
So we've got Mucho is the snake on the left, and on the right is Dylan.
Will we see the snake get charmed tonight? Let's see, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a clever one. Ooh. You've charmed me.
I'm going to retire now. We'll go straight. Pete. Interesting. Snake Man's got no.
Oh, good movement from Dylan early on.
Oh, that's not Snake Man. Dylan Man has. Sorry.
That check right.
Oh, God, it's
too early. Landing.
It's thick and fast. This, Jesus.
Look at that helmet.
They are fasting in the front.
Dylan hit a pullback elbow, and that is one of the most effective counters that you can throw at the minute in UFC 4. It's beautiful. I use it
That
so
right hook
much.
again from Mucho. Nice.
And a lot of people tonight have been throwing those switch body kicks, which won me a tournament. So it's a very good it's a very good move to use in this current game. Oh, good combinations from Mucho though. He does look good early. He's very quick.
Body work from both early.
Whiffed on that.
Interesting to see that they chose not to see the opponent's stamina during this fight.
Yes, it is an interesting decision.
Dylan's got it turned off.
I would think that. I would personally hate that so much.
High level
Good
stuff,
kicks
man.
there, keeping
Nice body
distance.
work. Nice again.
Oh, very good body work from
Beautiful
Dylan.
elbow.
Dylan
The underdogs.
at the moment.
The underdog's performing well. He's really hammering home that body. He's got a game plan and he's sticking to it.
Absolutely.
Good point from Linton Guppy in the chat. With these calves, they should have gone in Kumite.
That would have been so cool.
That would have been great.
If we could have
Next kickboxing tournament, we've got to do it in the Kumite.
yeah,
Oh
Kumite,
no! I only fight at the O2. I'm sorry.
Kumite or the back garden.
Oh, the back garden.
Yeah, no, the Kumite Arena, you got to love that Mortal Kombat-esque feel, that's for sure.
Best thing about this game.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good play. They're very, very persistent on the body, both of them. They seem to both have the same game plan going.
I'd love
into
to
this.
see Mucho's stamina right now.
Kane and Chad and Jamie, I'm wondering, did we allow snakes in aggro? I'm kind of interested in that. 'Cause I'm seeing a guy with a snake head. I'm not 100% sure whether or not that is a snake. He's got the Kumite wraps on his hands.
Yeah.
Jamie, can you speak for that?
that's there.
Oh, big drop there, though, from the body
man,
rock.
tried to knee him against the
Body
cage.
work
Almost an
plays
illegal move.
Evidence.
He almost
body
tried
Be
to
work.
careful
knee him
here.
against the cage. That could have been a disqualification there. That was almost close with that knee.
And he's going to get
Has
a few
anybody
knees
else
here.
pretty
it
much
seems.
just completely given up on the full guard ground and pound? I mean, the butterfly sweep there is just so difficult to stop.
I still like it, but you have to be smarter. You can't just throw combinations in hot full guard anymore. You have to throw single strikes, and you're not going to get a finish from full guard. You're not going to get a finish from full guard. Great flying knee.
Flying knee.
But you are going to get some damage.
Nice head movement there from.
Oh,
Snake.
very good combos from Snake. They're both looking incredible.
If he gets knocked out, I'm doing the Metal Gear Solid thing. Oh!
my
Gets hit by his.
Oh, he got it again!
2 in a row.
Oh, and he's swinging wild. He's got to make sure his stamina doesn't go, though. That's very important, especially in a fight of heavy on the body strikes.
So it's 3 stuns there. I think 3 knockdowns. Sorry, 1 knockdown with a body kick and then 2 spinning heel kicks in a row.
Oh, tremendous fight from Dylan coming in as the underdog.
I think tremendous fight in general. Both fighters are really putting it out there.
Oh yes, I certainly agree.
What we get here now, round 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
big head kick.
great
Is that a
head
fake glove
kick.
touch?
Oh,
It
you
was a
fa-
fake glove. Oh, the head kick.
Snake
Snake
Man.
is. Oh, but he's gassed. He's gassed. This
Snake,
is
are
the
we
thing.
calling him Snake?
Yeah, let's just call him Snake. Snake is
Snakey.
gassed.
Yeah, Snake's got to be careful here. That big body work from the beginning, that fake glove touch might actually come back to bite him on the ass.
He used
Like
a
the
lot of
snake
stamina
he
in
is.
these moves. To be fair, if you look like a snake,
Catches the.
oh, and he gets thrown to the floor. Will he? He won't jump for position. Snake really needs to block these body shots, but he's
really
being
love to see
so
what
persistent.
Snake's stamina is at the minute.
Very low. Did you see he got gassed from the 1-2 head kick?
Absolutely. You know,
So I'm imagining it's about
that was a beautiful
2/5.
Oh!
There you go. Oh wow, what a
That's it.
strike!
That
I
might
didn't
be
even see
game.
that.
Neon Belly, such a dangerous position. Oh, he avoids the knockout. That's for good sure.
Straight
Top
into
mount.
Moves over in a top
Ground
mount, though. That's very
Dylan
dangerous.
Okay.
Can't deny the get up.
Dylan's also a bit gassed as well, guys. This is the thing. We've both been hammering the body. Oh, great strike again there. These little, as Cody would say, tickle the body. He's tickled it. He's more
Gotta
than
tickle the
tickled it.
belly. It's called belly
Ooh, that was
tickling for a
beautiful.
reason.
Beautiful jab, then turning side.
Oh,
kick,
and
I
he's
think-
he's
taunting.
cocky. I think he knows this. He's done a lot of damage to his body.
Gotta be careful here. He did get rocked early on in this fight. He ducks the.
Oh,
Oh, he doesn't
that
duck
would
the
have been
head
the
kick. He
end.
moved back on the head kick.
That's a tremendous,
Very
bit of skill.
dangerous maneuver there for fighter.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, he tried that.
What was that
You
combo?
could tell he was going for it. There's a beat Magomed Sherry buff.
Yeah, it throws a lead roundhouse kick to a spinning back kick. Very beautiful. Those
It's
Russians are good
interesting
at spinning shit.
It is, yeah. It is interesting that he didn't throw a flying knee there. Again,
Oh,
he's pounding that body. This fight could very well be over. Snake really needs to work on his body defense.
Hey guys, Chad, Kane as well. Let's just turn down our mics a little bit. I think Kane's kind of getting washed out in it.
Okay. I don't know how to do that, but sure.
Let me go into Discord and just turn your mic down a bit. Yeah, as we're getting back to the action here, I mean, who's winning this fight, guys? I mean, if this does end up going to decision, I doubt it, right? But you only got a minute left. Where does this go as he drops him again? Is this a 10-8 for him? He did get rocked early on in the round.
I would say it's a 10-8. I think 3 or 4 knockdowns. I think you have to win a 10-8 there. Just whether the game would give it.
One thing that I love is this is what I said on last week's card during a fight is that knee, that just a standard knee, doesn't really get used all that much. And Dylan has done a perfect example tonight of using that body knee, intercepting as he's coming in to land big strikes and really sapping at the stamina. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but over time it really will whittle you down.
Good block there from
but this
Snake. Oh, and he's been hit again.
Fight. Goodness gracious, what a beatdown.
This is an insane fight.
God, you guys, 99% of you in the chat that have put all your money on Snake, I think you must be, your heart's pounding.
And I'm
He
seeing a
must be
whopping
easy.
30
Take
people
the
in the
Snake
chat, guys. Can you believe this? We really appreciate everybody coming out here and supporting the Agro brand, man. We really appreciate you guys stopping in and spending
And he
your
gets-
Saturday night with us.
He gets a bit of panic there. That's what you get for faking glove touch. The aggro purists would love that.
See now
Good
what
head
Snake
kick.
does.
Snake's
Nice
still in
head
this.
kick. Oh. I think his calf is too big to be ducking those hooks. He needs to pull back and hit him with the elbow.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if you could, if the hitbox increases from the head with the snake head. It might be something to look into.
Oh, and again,
It does
his
seem
body
like it tonight.
shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
the
God,
rip
big
return.
uppercut rock.
Oh,
Oh
my God!
No way!
Dang, can you believe it? Snake
That's
finishes
insane.
Oh
the
my
bout.
That's
God!
insane. Oh,
You gotta
my
be
God.
sick if you're Dylan. Oh my gosh,
Holy
you gotta be
shit.
sick.
I'm sorry, but holy
Absolutely
shit!
fuming.
What? Oh my God! That is insane! Wow!
I told you he
tell you
wasn't
what,
out of the
guys.
fight, guys.
No.
Yes, no
I'll tell you
doubt.
what, guys. After that fight, I'm driving to Best Buy or your local electronics store and buying a new controller, man. That right there, that's a controller snapping moment there, 100%.
What I love is he got knocked down in round 2 at the end, like spinning heel kick, and then knocks out Dilla with a spinning heel kick to start off round 3. Like,
How many knockdowns was that? 5, 6, 7? And
absolutely,
he still came back and won.
absolutely, and his body was shot. He got hurt by a turning side kick, and then he got front kicked. Caught Mucho coming in for the body shot with the uppercut, and then capitalized with the 1-2, and then the spinning heel kick, and it just broke through the guard. The ball of his foot hit the temple. Hit the back of it, just aside, just above the ear, and it's game over. I'm shocked. That was absolutely insane.
My
In the
heart's
40
pounding.
That's a strong contender for knockout of the night. I know we're only 2 fights in, but
Whew.
come on.
Oh,
now.
it's going to be hard pressed to find a knockout better than that one. How did the 42 people in the chat? We're seeing 42 people, boys and girls. 42 people in the chat. How did we feel about that one, guys? Let me get a 1 if that's knockout of the night. No question.
Well, the words of himself,
man.
the words of Mucho himself. It's just claimed that he's just a knee spammer, and he claims that the guy is trash, and the better player always finds a way to win. So
the fit glove toucher got the job done in fight number 2 of the night. Interesting. That's got to feel sick there if you're against the whole fake glove touch meme. Umbro slide showing a 1. Yeah, it's going to be hard pressed to find a knockout better than that. That was sick.
that is unbelievable.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
I think that's a very classic example of overconfidence there.
Yep. At any point
Certainly.
in time, man, that's just UFC 4, Chad, man. You got to be careful. You got to not overextend in any of your fights and just realize, hey, at any point in time, I could get dropped. I could get knocked out.
Oof.
Oh,
TJ, look, he's got the face cam.
He's upgraded his face
Yes.
cam. He's now got a banner. Yeah.
With the sick
I'm
Division 4 as well. Division 4.
Oh my
interesting
god, he's
enough.
unstoppable.
BOTG's on the rise.
I can't imagine. Imagine if you match up against Division 4 BOTG. You just have to quit. I'd quit out of
Yeah, I know,
respect.
I'm shaking.
Yeah.
I'm 100% shaking if I match up with Division 4
just-
BOTG.
Oh,
You know,
God.
I actually spoke to BOTG before the fight. I also spoke to Tosser, but he didn't really give me much to go off. So I'm gonna I spoke with BOTG, and he had a nice conversation. I asked how he prepared for this camp and what he's done to improve, and what has he added to his game. And he told me he's been working a lot on his ground game.
He's
and
chosen
a lot
Adesanya.
to his arsenal. This is going to be a very interesting matchup.
Can you choose Adesanya? Jamie, you're the owner. Can you choose Adesanya in the chat?
Oh, he just left. Oh, he's on ranked.
Oh, he's in rank. Who doesn't love Manuel Tejada? Guy's an absolute god.
Oh god, he's tremendous. He wanted to get a quick ranked, and he's that confident he thinks he can get it in about 2 minutes.
Oh, he wants to go to the Apex.
He went 5 rounds.
I love this shit.
If he went 5 rounds, I'd start crying.
I hope he puts on standing ban.
If he put on stand back, I'd still. Oh god,
Knockout
look
mode.
at the focus, the determination, the
The
grit.
man's a killer in and outside of the cage.
He's murdered 3 people.
Oh, okay, Chad. Let's ease up a little bit now, buddy.
Oh.
Look at that speed! Jesus Christ,
allowed
I
to
can't type
talk.
that fast on PlayStation. The man's
No.
got dexterous fingers.
Yeah, very
Nah,
fast.
Manuel Tejada is an absolute murderer. He's
Any
actually
woman would be
murdered people.
lucky to experience fingers that fast.
Oh, he's all jokes aside, he's fought all of the best in aggro. He really is a man.
He's
that,
such a sweetheart too, man. Like
Yeah.
he knocked me out in 5 seconds, and he's a total dickhead for that. But you know, it is what it is, man.
Even scheduled to face me at some point, but he ended up pulling out, and that's when I fought bet pick for the title again. But that was a fight that I'd definitely like to pursue if he does pick up a win streak.
what is he going to pick? Top Dog. There it is. Virtuoso versus Top Dog. Not very common selections.
We did, like I did say previously, BOTG did say he has been working a lot on his ground game. So he definitely wants to wrestle, but he's comfortable either on the feet or on the floor, so he doesn't really mind where it goes. He just knows that this fight is going to be a finish. Let's see.
Ferguson 1 here can step in. Let me ask you how that fight went last night with me, Ferguson 1. I see you in the chat, buddy. Anyways, let's get back to the action.
Why'd you quit?
Here. And he quit out. I think that is an
91!
automatic disqualification.
I am
This
so
fight there, if I'm BOTG, I'm buckling down and saying, hey, I'm coming back. I'm able to get this fight done next time. Interesting
What
decision
happened?
there to quit out right away.
Happened?
Oh, he accidentally started, I think.
Oh, it's an accident. There you go. Just a bit of a difficulty between the fighters. They're going to re-invite themselves now. There you go. He's a showman. He's a showman to the death.
If you don't like BOTG, I don't know who you are as a person.
Yes.
I definitely don't trust you if you don't like BOTG.
No, you're an awful human.
You do things to
the
people.
guy's 1-8, still fighting an aggro fighting league, man. Come on, man. Is there a guy better than that?
The best thing is, even in some of his losses, he's not even looked that bad. Like he's beat someone's legs before to the absolute pulp. He's had fantastic moments. He has a great fighter.
He never looks bad. Absolutely, he never looks bad.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it, and I think this is a very winnable fight for him to really push on. Obviously, Tosser's no joke. He trains
a bit of a fight back.
Go ahead, mate.
Go ahead, Chad. No, go ahead, Chad.
Okay, well, Tosser's no joke. Obviously, he used to, before aggro band training, he used to train with the contender tonight, Dosser, also similarly named. So he obviously has a bit of pedigree to himself. So it is going to be an interesting fight. Go ahead, Cody.
And this is really the only guy we're seeing here with a face cam. Can you just believe the guy has this much a clout and confidence to show his face live on television, getting beat consistently 1-9? I will say, there's a more handsome person in aggro. We don't know because he's the only guy with
I've sent several pictures into the aggro chat, and I think we'll find that I'm the most handsome.
Manny is still the most handsome in aggro. But as we go on, this will be This is going to be a great fight, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing Manny's live reactions in that screen.
He's kind of been stoic as to this point, though. He's kind of just looked down at the desk, maybe at his phone.
It will be.
I wonder if the screen is in his lap. Maybe it's very possible his screen's in the lap.
Well, I think he'll look up now. There we go.
Look at the little smile.
He's looking up now. Hey, Manny. He's a little sweetheart, isn't it?
Looks like he's changed his setup around as well. He's really upgraded.
Both fighters wearing a lot of jewelry. I'll say 3 gold medals for Tosser, and then Manny's wearing a beautiful gold necklace, rope chain.
I believe he just shouted, "Let's go" at the camera.
Way, perhaps.
Here we go.
Getting a little hyped up. Oh, I love the low hanging camera. That is so beautiful.
Tosser versus BOTG.
I imagine
Tosser starting things off with a slip hook.
Yeah, I imagine he'll use a lot of head movement.
Right for the clinch.
Oh, good overhand.
Big overhand though for Manny.
Catches him.
Big overhand there, return from Tosser. These guys look like absolute beefy beasts. This is going to be a crazy one here. Both throwing leather early on.
Is this 170?
Yes.
These are big boys for 170. Ooh.
Camera angle.
See, BOTG really loves them leg kicks, and he uses them so effectively. Never telegraphs them.
Oh, he's blocked a takedown.
Good takedown denial there.
Oh, wow.
He's spinning them around. That is a glitch in the game. If you spin him around, you can get a couple extra knees and throws in. So let's see if he goes back to that, if he avoids the takedown.
And he's doing really well. Manny's
big overhand.
And he's touching him.
I'm telling you, that leg kick's going to do damage.
I think Tosser's best decision could be to wrestle. Good body strikes from Tosser back. Manny's hurting him.
Yeah, and honestly, if there's he's definitely doing a little bit of damage. And if there's one person that could really benefit from an Ultimate Fighter-esque style where we have coaches and we're able to teach these players how to be really good at this game, it could be Manny, because I think he has the fundamentals down. He just needs to figure out how to be the dreaded word meta. He needs to figure out how to win fights in this game. He can win fights. You can tell he's beaten people, but I think when people who play this game just a little bit more than Manny, he runs into problems. He's totally piecing up Tosser right now. I mean, Tosser's I would consider he'd probably be ranked higher in this division, but he's piecing him up as he gets for the takedown and gets down on the ground.
This is where Manny has struggled before, but immediately goes for the guillotine.
Oh, he's jumping the ghillie, taking a page out of Dustin Poirier's book.
Decent offense.
Pretty solid submission offense, too.
Oh,
Tosser looks like he's panicking just a bit. He's gonna get out of this because of the stamina.
Oh, Manny's looking pretty good.
Hey, if I'm Manny, I'm kind of thinking he's getting him down. He's got his submission bar over halfway. Very, very good work there for Manny.
This might be a scare tactic, like in the wild where these animals they make themselves big. He's just thrown up a submission we haven't seen him do before, and he's looked pretty good in it. So it's going to give Dosser room for concern. He's saying with that, do not take me down.
Nice. Well, the thing is Manny, Tosser's already got a couple solid denials as he goes for the backside posture up. And again, I say this every week. EA developers, can we patch the damage done here, man? I mean, my goodness, guys, this is just a little ridiculous in my opinion. But anyway, BOTG is able to get back to his feet. Denies
Yes,
the
he defends
takedown.
a takedown well.
Let's see if Tosser will go to a turning takedown. No,
Oh, and
goes
he
right for the
shows
takedown
the
himself.
takedown.
himself straight into half guard.
Look
And
at
that
this smile.
absolutely might have won him the round back.
He's
Gets up,
getting
maybe
a little bit of
posture up damage, going to the body, smart.
He's getting some significant strikes here just to end the round. He's been smarter than he was before. He's doing a little bit of things with a higher fight IQ than normal, and I'm really liking it so far. He's smiling. I think he thinks he's won the round.
He feels good. He feels good. I would feel good after a round like that.
Yeah, but if I'm Manny, I'm getting a little bit nervous. I've seen him deny a couple of my transitions. Maybe go to the shorter transitions that don't necessarily give you the win. He goes for a fake glove touch to the body. Disgusting work. That's the second fake glove touch we've seen in aggro today. I think that should be banned. That is just an absolute horrid display of respect. Let's see if Manny can come back after that.
When I spoke to Tosser, although he didn't give me a lot to say, he did say that he's not watched any tape on BOTG at all, but he thought it was going to be a very one-sided bout. So this is definitely interesting to see. BOTG, this is not a one-sided bout, and I think he underestimated him purely on his record, and not on his actual fighting ability. BOTG caught with the uppercut, goes in for the takedown. Ankle picks him.
Didn't expect that.
Now against the cage. Let's see what he can do.
And
He did say he'd be working his ground game.
Oh,
And he sets him down with a body shot.
He's done a lot of damage with that.
Really
Boss is panicking a little bit, I think.
Oh my god, this is a beautiful performance.
BOTG is looking impeccable. And I'm not even saying that because I like the guy. Oh, the rock with the knee! Oh.
Yeah, Tosser is looking like he's just saying, hey, I got to get this fight to the ground right now. There's no other in between. I got to get this fight down to the ground. And I agree with him. Manny's just absolutely piecing them together. Now, he's probably up in this round two. If I'm Manny, I'm going to be very careful not to get taken down to the ground. And he gets a big head rock there.
Good strike.
Working the body a little bit. Manny does a good job defending.
And he's still piecing him apart, both on the body and head. But the thing is, with these kind of things, Tosser is primarily striking to the head, and if you mix it up and he catches you to the head and does a lot of damage, you could be in trouble. You might lose that lead that he's managed to attain. So that's just a little reminder for Manny to keep calm and carry on.
Because we have seen Manny do well, then get clipped, and that's when it's sort of once he gets clipped, that's when it's sort of the fight slowly starts to slip away. But he goes
him down.
Daniel goes for a beautiful turning takedown. Let's see if he can get a couple of denials and maybe do a little bit of groundwork as he goes in, goes right for the get up.
Sometimes you get those
interesting
guys.
Transition choices.
It does happen.
Interesting transition choices so far.
Manny loves that front kick. I think he's really. Oh, he loves the hook as well.
He gets a big drop. Got to be careful here not to get butterfly swept. He going for the body. Smart guy. Oh, that was close.
That was
Manuel,
close.
Please be careful not to get butterfly swept here.
Another fantastic round being turned in from BOTG. He did get dropped, but it's not knocked his confidence or his swagger. He's still going in and landing big ground and champ roundabout now.
Oh God, I thought that was over for a second.
Smart to go there to the body.
Yeah, that was a strange decision, but I guess maybe he wants to win dominantly.
I think he's just horrified of getting swept. Honestly, I agree too. I mean, the sweep is so powerful in this game. He's going right for crucifix. Interesting.
And he just gets up.
He says, "I don't want crucifix. I don't want side control. I'm getting up." Smart move.
Was it?
Oh no.
Takes damage.
No.
And he's down.
Manny.
10 seconds left.
Will he survive this?
Baby, head movement.
Put your arms up.
Oh,
that's a horrible way for it to end. I can't believe it's ended like that.
I'm trying to hide my biases. I can't.
Survived.
That might have been
that
might be an in round. That might be an even round there.
I would give it.
Lost.
This good.
Man, he shows chagrin. He's fuming. I thought it was over.
Oh,
he sidesteps perfectly. No. Oh, and he hits well. He does well with the hooks. Come on, you fucking beauty.
Really stalking
It's hard. It's hard not to love Manuel, man. This guy's here, an absolute fighter.
I like him a lot. I like both of them, to be honest. They are both great fighters, and they're putting on an incredible. This is fight of the night for me so far.
100%, not even a question at this point.
Without,
I would say this is performance.
Yeah, BOTG's fighting Jamie.
I believe the last fight was the fight of the night. I think this would be performance of the night for BOTG.
He's been knocked down quite a few times. Let's be honest, guys. So anyway, we're going back to the action. BOTG showing that he can't necessarily deny any of these transitions, and if I'm Tosser, maybe instead of going for some damage here, I'm kind of going for that illustrious control time. Remember, if you get 30 minutes and 40 seconds, it's an automatic 10-8 in control time. As he denies it, gets up. Interesting.
I did notice that. Is that true?
Yep, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. If you get 3 minutes and 40 seconds of control time, it is an automatic 10-8 for you.
That's
mad.
really getting caught with that body.
Oh, great
BOTG
striking
fight
from Manny
back.
there.
Drops him. He goes back to the leg kick. Perhaps
This
doing a
is
little
all-
bit too much head hunting here from Manny. You got to be careful not to get a strike
Oh,
slipped here.
yeah.
Manny's
Jab overhand. His
God,
stamina's
this isn't 5
Oh,
rounds.
no.
bait on the high kick.
Manny does well to back off
Smart
and get
move.
the. Oh, this is
Careful
Dosser
here.
as well.
Just a little bit of time to regain some stamina. Goes
He's
to the
doing
body
well
there.
to mix it up. This is a tremendous fight.
I think if
Oh
God,
my god!
Take down, please.
get out of the way, Manny. You took
Rocket Soccer Robot!
Oh my gosh, he's going for double
all
uppercuts. They're
just
both
flying.
going for double uppercuts. Rock'em
What is
Sock'em Robots
happening?
is right.
What is happening in this fight,
Crazy
guys?
fight, ladies and gentlemen.
he's got it again.
it goes for the uppercut. It goes for the takedown. Oh,
Taking
he's
down
got
smart. I think that's very smart there for Manny. Now he's just got to do a good job of holding him here and avoiding any kind of movement here from him. Maybe go to the body right here. Smart.
I think he just wants to win the fight any means necessary, and you cannot blame him at the moment.
He's going to give
Oh,
up his back. He
denies
denies
it.
it.
Well, he denies it. What's he going to do from here? I think he might just posture up. It would make sense.
Yep, posture up, reset that grapple advantage.
There
Got to
you
be
go.
careful near not to get swept. Smart throwing just the hooks, not avoiding the butterfly sweep.
All Manny has to do, I think, is survive, and I think at least he'll win this 2-1.
Oh, big.
But he
Ground
could finish him.
Perhaps he's thinking this fight's a little closer. Oh no, no, oh no, no, no.
No way! Please don't.
This is a
Not like
crazy
this.
round.
Out of here.
Not like this.
Still
He's
got
gonna
all-
survive. He's gonna survive. There's not enough time, and his escape bar is too high. He's gonna survive. He gets
Oh,
the
he
slam.
slammed him.
The Manny
Unbelievable.
Slam! He's celebrating! I think he knows!
The people's
champ gets
the
win.
Unreal.
What a performance from Manny.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn. Hey,
Got to win here in aggro fighting. Let's see what the results are. Hopefully, he doesn't get absolutely robbed.
Oh my god. If he gets robbed there, we're gonna. I'll probably just quit stream.
GG's to that one.
Oh god.
What a fight.
Fight.
Oh,
Tell you about West End.
man.
This is fight of the night so far. Knockout of the night was last. Was last. Oh my god. I want to hear the judges' scorecards.
Give me that one. Oh,
Yes!
man.
They didn't announce the scorecards, but
Well,
Manny gets the win.
that elusive dub for Manny. What a performance. That's why you don't bet, kids.
Oh wow.
That was that.
I'd like to
honestly,
have seen the scorecards there. I wanted to see what they gave BOTG, but hey, a win's a win's a win's a win. Everybody, you see BOTG streaming, you see aggro fighting streaming. If you're not followed, if you're not having notification bell turned on, go to BOTG stream, turn that notification bell on, drop him a follow. If you're here in aggro fighting and you are not followed and have the notification bell on, I'll just be honest with you here, guys. Someone's getting timed out. I'm a mod. I can see that. So let's go ahead and drop the follow button and turn that notification bell on as we're going to the next match. Let's settle down here, boys, man. Hey, we got to be honest. We love Manuel Tejada. He goes out there, gets the job done. Now, what's the next fight we got here, Kane? You got the card next to you.
I do indeed. We have Embrace the Grind podcast. Sorry, Embrace the Grind pod versus Frankie Mitchell, and that is at the PlayStation division. That's going to be an interesting fight. I can't. The last 3 fights that we've had have been absolutely astounding. Again, as you all know, if you're weekly tuners in, we don't have boring fights in aggro. Even the decisions we have, they are wars. So stick around, tell your friends, get your family, get your dogs, get your anyone that can watch a TV or a computer, sit them down and tune in because we put on the best fights on any fight league. So
Honest to God. Yeah, honest to God. The next guy fighting, Embrace the Grind, he's fought for a belt. He's impeccable. He's had an extreme list of challenges from Dosser to Jamie and people like that. He's got an extreme resume against the new and upcoming Frankie Mitchell, who fallen on a bit of a hard spell in his last fight, but it was an extremely good good one, and one I'm hoping, I believe we'll be seeing replicated once again. What are our predictions going into it, boys?
I got to be honest with you here, Chad. My predictions have all been wrong tonight, so I'm not even going to try and predict anything here. This is just going to be an absolute slobber knocker of a matchup. No love lost between these two blokes. This is going to be a great one.
Oh, good use of English terminology, saying blokes, but it is tremendous. No, it is. I personally, I'll put my hand out there. I think Embrace the Grind will take this and put this away. I think he's a dangerous man for that 170 division. I think Kane, you very much should be looking over your shoulder at him.
Honestly, didn't know this was at once. If this is 170 now, I'm even more excited. Give me contenders. I need activity. I need movement in my division. So at this rate, one good performance from a 170 pounder in the PlayStation division could land them a title shot with me. At this rate, I'll fight anybody. Just I can't even put into words how stressful it is.
Yeah, I'm in the same situation, mate. I've got no one at 145.
Honestly,
I think Ronaldo's going to smash Yair today, and I'll probably end up fighting him. But
that's not much of a challenge for you.
I know it sounds better. But to be fair, I didn't finish him. And we're back. Mr. McLovin versus Frankie
Eddie
Mitchell.
Guerrero is the we at Agro we bring fighters back from the dead. So we brought him back, and this is actually going to be for Dominic's son's custody. Rey Mysterio is going to be at ringside, and whoever wins gets Rey Mysterio's son.
It's just a default Mexican. It's just a default Latin man. He's called Eddie Guerrero. That's wrong. I don't endorse this. But no, I mean, yeah, it's for custody over a ladder match, but an aggro match. I got you, Kane. Don't worry, I understood where that was from. This is going to be a great fight. I'm very much looking forward to this. Embrace always puts on great shows.
You guys mentioned the for Damien's custody. I cannot believe they made that matchup. But anyways, back to this matchup here. We have I Am McLovin versus Ice Frankie. Frankie. Let's see if he can get the job done today. I'm not 100% sure about this one, guys. How are you feeling? I gotta be honest. I'm going money, but I know I'm not supposed to. I'm going for bet pick. I gotta say it.
Bet pick? Embrace.
That's what I said.
Oh, did you? Sorry, my head went then. I apologise.
said
Your mic went. Yeah, you're correct. Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said bet pick.
Oh, fair play.
I did not say bet pick. You guys are absolute liars. But anyways, let's get back to the action here. We're seeing both these fighters load in. He put the gold chain on, that Rampage Jackson-esque gold chain. Very interesting choice there. Again, not 100% sure if I should be we should be allowing jewelry in the octagon. That might be something that could be used as a weapon, perhaps. But yeah, let's see how this one works out as we're getting the channel points. Everybody, please use your damn channel points. They're there for a reason. Everybody, again, I will repeat, use your channel points. It is chat interaction. That's why we have them here. Use them. Here we go. Let's see if they show a little bit of respect. No, both fighters showing a little bit of restraint there, blocking away from that glove touch.
Viva la Rosa.
Viva la Raza.
one big performance at the minute in the 170 division could take you all the way to a number one contention spot, or even a title shot. So I'll be tuning in closely to this, watching very closely as both these fighters compete in the 170 division.
And Brace is a high caliber fighter in the pedigree. He's on his return. I mean, it's not all been roses for him. He's had a few hard fixtures, but he's certainly always dangerous.
We're seeing here for the predictions, we're seeing Frankie Mitchell having a 100% to 0 favorite as far as the bet points and how this works out for the chat interaction. Very interesting choice there. Again, commentary might disagree with that.
Ooh.
All three of us do. That's interesting when the commentary doesn't get the fan point of view, but Frankie's a very popular figure in aggro. And he's a very nice guy as well. He's a outstanding gentle.
Full hook there to the body from Eddie Guerrero.
That doesn't win you fights. Good
He's
hooks,
just slinging shortcuts. If I'm Frankie, I got to be careful here. He doesn't lean back on one of those hooks, because if he does, that vulnerability damage is all the way up to 120%. So he does 120% more damage than would it be just a regular hook at full stamina. So if I'm him, I'm being very careful. I'm reserving just a little bit. Not going to go out and sell out. I mean, this guy's an absolute winner. We've seen him win before. We'll see him win again.
A very technical fight. You're not seeing both fighters rushing with crazy strikes. Both are really picking the shots, thrown with really good timing and good accuracy. It's not a slugfest. It's a really concentrated, high caliber matchup. Really enjoying it. So
good elbow there for Embrace.
Oh,
he's got a good strike. I think Embrace is just edging these out, and I think that is experience coming into play.
Yeah, and if you look back at this fight early on, about 2 minutes and 50 seconds, Frankie Mitchell threw a body kick in the pocket, and he ate 3 hooks because of it. If you're him, you got to be careful. Use those body kicks sparingly. You could tell Embrace kind of might have game planned for that.
Frankie just broke down the block really well there of Embrace. Hit him with the 1-2, and then with the hook around the corner, and then the uppercut. So neither fighter is out of this. Both are giving as good as they get. So it's definitely an interesting matchup so far. Oh,
there you go. There you go. And a bit of body damage.
That definitely would have stolen the round away from Frankie. See if he can do anything to retaliate and win the judges' favor back.
Yep. Still got a minute 30 here.
He blocks that leg kick.
One thing I did notice is that when Frankie is throwing that leg kick, he's throwing it extremely naked. He's got no setup. He's blasting it out. And the first couple of seconds,
flying knee attempt.
But that was it's now being checked.
Yeah, Janie, can we get a mic mute here, buddy?
Good play from Frankie there. He's doing the 1-2 block. He's trying to eat that block of Embrace, but it isn't really working as of right now.
Oh,
if I'm Frankie right here, man, I'm changing levels. I'm throwing a couple body hooks, getting Embrace thinking about anything other than just getting my block broken on the head, because it's working really good. He's using a little bit of head movement, using his kicks. And I like what Embrace is doing with this, what we call soft pressure. He'll ease up on it, and then he'll push forward, kind of taking the kick away from him. Frankie, I think he game planned for Frankie to start throwing kicks. So he's doing what we call soft pressure.
Absolutely.
They do indeed. And I'd say, you have to say it's a 10-9 to Embrace going into the second, but this could all change. Done a lot of damage though, but Frankie did get a few good moments in this round. But moments like that are the reason.
Yeah, I agree. If I'm Frankie, man, I'm kind of taking a step back, saying, "Hey, what did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong?" I'm thinking I'm definitely got to just get in the face of Embrace. Maybe take him down. Maybe take him to the ground. Maybe show a little bit, hey, guess what? I'm here, buddy. You're not just going to sit here and apply soft pressure on me. I'm going to continue to push forward, and I'm not going to worry about throwing leg kicks or body kicks in the pocket, because I'm eating hooks every time.
And what's interesting is now we've seen Frankie take the Embrace the Grind podcast as his best shot. He got rocked, didn't get finished, was really patient, still managed to keep himself in the game. So that's got to be a little bit of confidence for him. Now he's eating his best shot, so now he knows what he's working with. He knows what he can counter with. But he's getting pressed against the cage now by Embrace.
Can't do that all day.
From Frankie.
Embrace works best in the close.
Smart to go for a clinch right here. That is very smart. That's what I would do. I'd incorporate a little bit of grappling as Embrace says, hey, you're not going to clinch me. I'm going to clinch you right back. Egregious behavior. So what you got to realize here too, Frankie, now that you have a little bit of advantage, you got Embrace pressed against the cage. Push forward. Don't give him the middle of the cage. You get
and he's got him.
Brain kick there though.
Brain kick.
Big brain kick. Very difficult to read. The only thing you can necessarily do against crane kick is sidestep, do a side lunge. Yeah, if I'm Frankie right here, I got positioning. He gives it right back up, and now he's pressed against the cage. Both fighters opting to move into the center. Frankie going for the big crane kick there.
Well,
Embrace huge overhand.
Well, it certainly shows the confidence Embrace. You can see the difference in the two men. Obviously, Frankie talked before how he didn't watch commentary because it made him even more panicky. But Embrace is sitting there texting in the chat during the fights between rounds. So I think there's a level of experience that comes with fighting in aggro for as long as Embrace has.
I think Embrace is saying there's levels to this. Yeah, Chad, 100%. I agree with you. Now, Chad, how are you feeling about Frankie's game plan at this point? He's stopped the whole soft pressure and he's kind of moved it to the center of the octagon. How are you feeling about it? Is it something that's working for him?
If you are fighting the fight that Frankie Mitchell's fighting, you can't sit back and try to counter Embrace. Embrace does his best work in the close and in the clinch, and you can't let him get near you as near as this. Every time he gets near you, you have to clinch and push him away every single time and hit shots like that, big shots like that. The only way you're going to beat Embrace the Grind podcast.
What I don't want to see now is Frankie falling back on that crane kick all the time. It's worked for you 2 times. Don't then keep throwing it because you're just going to get easy to read. You're going to get slips and you're going to get countered. So he needs to just mix it up and use it.
There you go, like that.
That right there, that late denial that you saw where he did that back roll after the ankle pick, that right there does so much drain on your stamina. It drops it down about 2%. Big straight there.
The right hand.
The Celtic cross from the sniper class is very difficult to stop. Goes for the crane kick again. There you go, Kane. Got to be careful of falling in love with that.
Feels good to hit, but
another cross
again. Disgusting behavior. He's throwing that Celtic cross with ease. Frankie, up to this point, has done a very good job of taking the fight back in his hands. Got to be careful with that head damage, though, from Frankie. He's almost done a good job of bringing it back.
There you go. He rocks him back again.
So far, if Frankie can just avoid, getting hit to the head, maybe taking the fight down to the ground, he could steal this round too. Let's see if Embrace does smart, and he's thinking about that 100%. He's thinking, hey, I probably lost this round too. Let me go to the clinch. Try and steal maybe a rock back, maybe even get that illustrious drop.
Good head movement there from Embrace podcast.
If you're Frankie, you've got to continue it. You've got to continue with that Celtic cross.
Takedown. That's dangerous.
Great takedown from Embrace.
If you can get enough control time.
I honestly don't think that the takedown would be enough at this moment in time. We had multiple rocks from Frankie. I do think it's his round, but I would say it would be now a 10-9 as opposed to maybe like a 10-8 with all the rocks that we were seeing before. But definitely been a fantastic round from Frankie, but shown that that Embrace the Grind is not out of this fight. He has still hurt Frankie in this fight, so it's going to be interesting to see what the third round like. Both fighters going to go out and put everything out, I think, and definitely 1-1 going into the round. It's going to be all on round 3 unless we get a late knockout, which we have seen before.
Oof, I thought that's going for the head.
Yeah, that was going to be it.
A beautiful hip
Frankie
toss.
Securing the round, in my opinion, with a beautiful judo hip toss. He moves into side control, perhaps going to get a little bit of elbow in. Embrace does good to get out of that. Great round there, folks. I mean, hey, Frankie Mitchell looking bad in that first round. Came back and said, hey, buddy. They're showing the highlights of Embrace, but I got to be honest. I think Frankie Mitchell won that second round. He's coming back and said, hey, that first round might not have gone my way, but I'm still here. I'm still a threat, and you always got to respect the threat. Let's see if Frankie doesn't fall in love with that crane kick, doesn't fall in love with that big Celtic cross, and decides to mix it up. Maybe go to the body a little bit.
Well, what I'd love to see is the crane kick feint. Like we don't see enough feinting, in my opinion, in aggro. I'd love to see him feint, get the bait, and then maybe hit him with a switch kick to the body, or even just feint and then go in with some strikes, or even a takedown. Just mix it up. Don't fall thrown it naked. There's no point. And I honestly didn't know that Embrace the Grind's leg health was that low. His left leg is beat up. He's had to switch stance, and he's hit him down. Hit Frankie then with the beautiful straight and then an uppercut. And again, another run.
Gone.
Yeah, and remember, when you switch stances, you get about an 80. You get a 20%. Your power goes down to about 80%. So that switch stance can come back and be huge as you get
hit with the big elbow. Now.
It's a beautiful elbow against the cage.
Embrace, he used to fight in Southpaw, so he's certainly no stranger to doing it.
Yeah, it's a very good point. That big crane kick is so difficult to read.
That's goes for a big switch kick.
Oh, that was.
If I'm Frankie right here, man, you got to be careful throwing that switch kick in the pocket.
It was a beautiful head move to avoid the 1-2 head kick. Got hit with a 1-2 to the block and just managed to duck out before the head kick landed.
If you're
Good
Frankie,
point.
you're spamming those crosses all day. Celtic cross. I think that's the way he wins this fight.
Yeah, you got to throw some 1-2s here. Maybe a hook 2 or
There you
3-2.
go.
Yeah, you got to do something.
Both fighters.
Another
You
crane
don't
kick
want the
maybe as
fight.
well.
Yeah, I mean, or throw a crane kick to the body, and then maybe a minute
Oh,
later,
there you
there's that
go.
big Celtic cross Chad mentioned.
That's it.
If
The
he can get the
cross.
fight down to the ground, get a little bit of control time, it'd be good for him as he decides to push back. Doesn't deny the fast get up. And for people wondering, if you're in stacked guard like that, if you press get up before he does any transition, you're automatically going to get that unless he denies get up, the get up side. So you're going to, on your right stick, you're going to press up because you automatically get that pushback. Big uppercut there, lead uppercut going in. I think we got a little bit of delay here, boys.
Both fighters' head health is so low. This is such a close fight.
This is a great fight, though.
Like I said, even the decisions, and the fights that go all 3 rounds are still wars. We don't put on boring fights here. All our fights are extremely interesting.
There you
Oh,
go.
he gets a
Frankie
rock right here.
catches him. And
Big crane kick, he gets the drop.
Wow, he's lucky that wasn't out
Embrace doing
cold.
smart. There it is. There's that big get up there for
Oh.
stat guard. As it looks like we've had disconnection.
Well, this is interesting. It's still going live as a stream, Jamie. I'll tell you if the stream goes off.
A bit of technical difficulties. But I just want
Oh,
to say,
man,
Frankie Mitchell's
that's
power.
disappointing. That's got to be
Oh,
disappointing
shit.
there.
The stream goes off.
We're going to have to figure out exactly how that fight ended, guys. Again, man, this is just something we have to deal with when it comes to online games. You're going to have disconnections. You're going to have moments like this, guys.
But I do want to
Everybody
say,
in the chat, we're going to bring volume. We're going to bring fighting back. It's going to be back. Don't worry about it. We just had a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, we're obviously very sorry, but we should sort this out.
The opponent was in there every step of the way. And in order to get a
Hey,
fight
Embrace,
of
I
the
see
night
you in the
like
chat, buddy.
tonight,
Who ended up winning that
both
fight?
guys have to be willing to participate.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine.
Frankie won with a crane kick knockout. Okay, guys. Again, man, we would have loved to seen it, but in my opinion, Frankie Mitchell kind of just took that round 3, and it looked like the writing was on the wall. It just needed to be put together. There it is, boys and girls. Frankie Mitchell, in my opinion, huge upset, gets the finish. Congratulations, Frankie Mitchell. That's a big win right there, Chad.
Certainly is. I mean, Frankie Mitchell winning against a serious veteran in Embrace will only just increase his stock further, especially the performance he put on. I think he really needs to refine certain moves, though. I think there are ways he can massively improve to give Kane a bit more of a great fight. But I think both competitors looked impeccable.
I don't think even in the loss, there was no stock lost, in my opinion, from Embrace. He really showed that even in the moments where he was hurt, he still had the power to come back and hurt Frankie himself. So a war between both fighters. A shame we didn't get to see the ending, but we do have a winner. We do got Frankie Mitchell with the lead leg crane kick knockout. So shame we didn't get to see it. Hopefully, we get to see Frankie back in there, get another win under his belt, and he could soon be facing me for the title if he continues down the path he's on. I believe now the next fight we have is on Xbox. It's Fluffy Rock versus Samuel Flip 7. So this is definitely going to be an interesting matchup.
Hello, guys. I've just been cut off.
Oh,
Oh, you are still here. I'm sorry, Frankie. Don't scream at me in the chat. I said you look good. Just thought if you throw the fucking crane kick 500 times, it's not as an impressive win. Oh, okay. Cody had to step out. Oh, fucking hell. It went silent. I thought it was something else. It just Cody'd left. Yeah. This will be interesting, to be fair. Fluffy Rock's got a good fight. When are we live?
We are live.
Oh, dear. Yeah, Fluffy Rock versus Sam. This is a very interesting fight.
Yeah, Fluffy Rock been
Sorry?
out for a long time. Samuel being active in that time, so it'll be interesting to see if the ring rust is there or not for Fluffy Rock.
Well, it is certainly real. This is a fight in my division. And if Sam gets a win here, 2-0 in my division coming up, he may very well be my next fight. Who knows? One of my next ones. Very interesting fight. And as we see, Virtuoso tends to be the favour of Fluffy Rock.
not gonna lie. I'm gonna be totally honest, right? I looked at Sam's profile picture, thought it was a girl. So
Oh,
Wait.
for God's sake!
surprised it's.
Wait, is it not? Is that not Samantha? It is a girl, isn't it?
Shut up!
Oh, is it not?
Shut up.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's necessarily a girl. I think he's a very handsome person altogether, so that's all that matters. And we're moving on to the big matchup right here. Chad, you said this is in your division. How are you feeling about this fight? Does this make you kind of wonder, hey, you know, like you said, is it going to be something that maybe there could be a potential matchup there later on down the road?
Well, certainly 2-0. I'm looking for contenders. I'd love to fight him next if he wins this and looks impressive. And I want to clear up. It was a bad angle I saw it at. It is definitely a boy. But yeah, no, it is very. Yeah, it's a very interesting one for me. Fluffy Rock even could get it, but he's not on an impressive streak. But no, it would be. I'd love it if Sam won this and I could have a good contender out of nowhere. Oh, and a straight away kick. Sam shows no respect early.
I believe Sam will be going for the
Yeah, and that's
submission.
one thing you're going to see from Sam. He's going to be very powerful. He's going to go out there and he's going to try and impose his will very early on in the fight.
Touch for a very first time. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
very
and
good
again,
leg
if
kick
I'm
there.
Fluffy Rock right here, I got to go ahead and try and throw him off his game. Maybe slip one of these straights that he's throwing. There he is, 1-2 again. If Fluffy Rock got to slip one of those straights, maybe hit him with a good slip hook. You know, a lot of people might say that's egregious. I disagree. I think go for the slip hook. He goes for the first takedown of the fight, way out of range. Not going to get that. And if I'm Sam here, you got to be careful not to eat too many of these leg kicks. He's doing a good job of checking some of them. Fluffy Rock seems to really, really want this fight on the ground. I think he knows he can't handle Sam on the feet.
And Sam's just stepping back and Fluffy Rock's missing very many times. He's rocked the leg there.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's very dangerous right there so early on. Get a good leg rock. I mean, there he is. He's going to get the fight to the ground. He's been pretty much spamming. I'm wondering why Sam didn't get that denial. Maybe it'd be a little bit of the lag deal, but doesn't get the denial in sprawl. Does get the denial in the front get up. And if you're Sam right here, you're thinking, hey, buddy, I know what I got to do. I got to press RB in any direction. He's going to get his back. Oh, this is dangerous. He gets top mount. Smart to get out of that back mount.
He's going for a go-go, is he? No?
Side
Okay.
control. Interesting. He gets out of
Very-
top mount, goes to side control. Something.
Oh,
Ooh, he
Sam's
gets the big
flipped him.
full guard transition.
That was strange.
Yeah, that was a really weird transition. I'm wondering why he gave up top mount to go into side control. Sam does a really good job of denying that, though. Not going to get the free transition. Sam going to do a little.
Sam's pan. You aren't saying anything. You're muted. And he's got the omoplata. Sam with the omoplata. He's getting
This is a very
good
dangerous
offense.
submission here, too.
Sam's doing well.
Make you
Sam's
feel like
staying
you're
calm, composed.
A prolific submission artist. How does this make you feel like you might have someone on the floor who could match your submission ability?
And there it
Well,
is. Looks like he's going to get the finish here.
Well, frankly, he can't, but that was good.
Very, very good transitions there.
And he's out
Does a
cold.
good job.
I love that.
Wow.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah, very good job there. If I'm Sam, I'm kind of not super upset about that win. I mean, hey, you got the win done. You know, he did a good job getting the fight down to the ground when he did. He's made a couple questionable decisions in the transitions, but I think he might have kind of wanted it to get into full guard so he could use that omoplata. Very good move there.
Sam next.
Beautiful from Sam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe get one more fight in, Chad. I would think he gets one more fight, gets a good win against a really solid contender. Then, yeah, I mean, this could be somewhat of a Tony Ferguson versus Khabib fight. You get the guy who's really good at submissions, and you get the guy who's really good on the ground. So,
Just
very
like
good showing
Tony,
there for Sam.
just like Tony and Khabib, there will only be one winner. But it is interesting from Sam. He did very well there. I will give him credit for that. It was a good submission offense as well. It surprised me. He hadn't really touted his submission ability, but I thought he looked pretty good.
Very, very
Yeah,
impressive.
gets the finish done with a good Goga Plata. Not an easy submission to get. They did nerf the joint subs, and hey, he had a lot of stamina too. So I mean, that's just really good submission offense. Got the job done. Good showing there. And Kane, where are we at right here in the card, man? We're moving up pretty nice and quick.
Yeah, so we've
Um,
actually got Umbro Slides, aka UFC Var News versus Isaac 9779. So this is going to be an interesting fight. I think Umbro Slides came in on last second replacement. So it's going to be interesting to see what he's done in the last fight. He got beat by Dosser, who is in our main event tonight against Ganja for the 155 PlayStation title. So it's going to see how he rebounds back. Looks like he's going to be picking his Floyd Mayweather calf, so it's going to be an interesting fight for both fighters. But I am very excited because
See, this is important for Umbro as well. He has to, because last fight he came out and decided to strike with Dosser, even though his primary abilities are on the ground. So it was a bad decision. I think he even admitted it afterwards. So it's interesting to see whether he'll choose a kickboxer for this fight and he'll stick to the failed game plan of yesteryear, or if he'll come out here and try and sub the man. I think there's a very clear option for what he should do, but he's hovering over that kickboxer.
interesting, versatile,
He's
good choice.
versatile. I don't know about that. I think Vanguard would be a good decision, but I suppose if he's confident in his own ability.
Yeah, I mean, hey, right here too, you got to think Isaac coming back from kind of being away from the fighting mat too a little bit too long. And again, we have Isaac in the jean shorts, and we're gonna have 1 second. Let me look at my card here again, boys. I apologize to the fighters.
News.
Yeah, it's gonna be Omni. Yeah, okay. So there it is. We're having Isaac in the jean shorts and UFC 4 News in the Floyd Mayweather calf. Starting things off here. Isaac denying low, get a good push kick to the body, pushing him back.
He's dressed like John Cena. I've just realised it.
Yep, could be dressed like John Cena. Is he getting the fight to the ground early on, taking Floyd Mayweather down, get him in half guard? Very good.
Maybe not the best decision, as we said earlier.
Yeah.
Umbro is a prolific submission artist. I believe his first fight he finished by submission. So this might not exactly be the best decision for Isaac taking down UFC 4 News.
He's staying calm, not using stamina.
Getting into half guard, very smart maneuver there. As he denies top mount, got to be careful here for any kind of submission.
Oh,
he flips him. Told you, he's dangerous.
That grapple advantage for UFC 4 News is just out the window. He doesn't utilize it, denies, fake denies, gets into side control. And he gets a denial there to half guard. Oh, but he denies Kimura. Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, Isaac's showing improvement.
Yeah, I'd like to see a power transition up right here, but he's got to be careful as well. Uh-oh.
This is
I think
bad.
I know where we're going to. Rear naked choke.
Over.
Yep.
I think this
hey,
fight
guys,
should be over.
If you're interested in knowing, rear naked choke is the strongest submission in the game right now, next to the omoplata.
He's got
yep. He's getting the chain. Yeah. Wow. First round submission. Isaac, you got to be kicking yourself taking the fight down to the ground.
He's deadly on the ground. Jesus. I know it's an overpowered submission, but that is impeccable offense there. And Isaac actually gave good defense and still got subbed. That's the thing that's interesting.
Yeah, that rear naked choke is just so powerful.
Performance definitely got a chip on his shoulder after that last fight. I think he knew standing wasn't the best idea for this fight, so as soon as he took him down, he sort of relished that challenge. He wanted that. He had the opportunity to stand up if he wanted to strike, but he didn't. He kept pursued him on the ground. So big win from Umbro Slides, gets him back into the conversation in that 155 division. So let's see what his next win will hold, because he could very well be fighting for the challenger, and if he title, and if he brushes up his stand up, I think he's going to be a very, very dangerous fighter. Already, he's dangerous, but with his striking at the level it needs to be, he could be impeccable. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes from here. Chad, as a former 155 and 145 player, does the fight of Umbro Slides intrigue you at all? It's again someone else who's really, really good on the floor. Would you see any interest in that fight if he were able to hold a title?
If he was to hold a title, I'd fight many people, but I don't think the way I would fight him would be on the ground. I think that you've got to be intelligent enough to, even if you are a wrestler, to be smart enough to strike with players along this level. When you're of that level of submission prowess, and it's just, and he's got a long list of accolades from other organisations that shall not be named. When you've got that kind of accolade, I think it's a very rookie mistake taking him down. And certainly, you need to block your transitions when you're there. I think the best course of action with those kind of players is taking them down with 90 seconds left in a round, controlling them there, and just getting the win through that, and relying on a bit of your stand up for the early rounds. But that's personally me.
I'm back dropping in for Jimmy's fight because he'd have to fight nothing but MMA right now, I believe. Oh, Alex, I don't know who's actually turned up.
Wow, surprising. Well, I actually spoke to Cody again before his fight, and he was very excited for this fight. He had a lot to say. He said he's been working on his distance management, his stamina management, and he has to chill out with the big combos. He wants a first round finish. He said he wants to prove that these last fights that he's had, he's just been playing with his opponent, and he really wants to go out there and put Alex away. So this is definitely going to be an interesting fight. Again, Cody did say in his last fight he was going to set out for the title. He's come out of that and gone in today to fight Alex. So putting a lot on the line. We've seen fighters do this before. Again, we saw Tony Ferguson put everything on the line against Gaethje and get absolutely mollywopped. So we could see that happen tonight, or we could see Cody pull off another finish. So it's definitely going to be an interesting bout.
I think you've got to favour Cody in this fight. I mean, Max is on a 2 or 3 fight losing streak. I mean, he has only lost to the best along the lines of Stan, who I actually came to Xbox to fight. I imagine Max is going into this somewhat of a must-win for him to really establish himself in his division. So if he doesn't win this, I think he needs a change. But Cody's riding a wave of just successful results. He's beat champion after champion, and then his last fight, I mean, the man's winning. You've got to give him that. Whether you talk about the methods and how he did it, first fight against Bisping, where he just used all his stamina dump and won the first 2, or he's losing the first seemingly and hitting the spinning kick against a champion, he keeps winning. And if he wins a few more, he might get a title shot. And if he wins that, then that would really be one of the best comebacks in Agro history.
Just quickly.
Absolutely.
Oh, go on, okay, go on.
No, go on, Jamie.
Just talk about the last fight quickly before this one starts. I think Umbo showed his levels to the ground game. Isaac took him down and got flipped instantly. I think he just showed he could have easily done it to Dosser if he actually went for it, but maybe he bottled it.
I agree. I think he tried to prove, yeah.
Good to see him actually get a submission win. And here we go with Cody Jiri versus nothing but MMA. Good
There you go. Good sign of respect.
One of the management boys, of course, Bisping Mafia. Let's see what I can
Just
do.
to see what Cody does. Catches the kick there. Interesting facts about Cody. When he first started out, he actually has a win over me, and for a while, I was one of his first wins. And now he's got an absolute test. It's going down to Xbox 155, so definitely going to be interesting. And again, he did say he wanted to set out for the title, and he's come out of that to fight Alex. So a lot is on the line, and not a lot on the line for Alex, but more on the line for Cody, I'd say.
Max.
The weight holds a lot on his shoulders.
Yeah, Max is getting those kicks caught a lot. Max sends he's getting caught a lot, and Cody isn't throwing the knee, which is interesting. We haven't seen people throw the flying knee. I think it's a very dangerous move with very little consequence, but we haven't seen a lot of it tonight. And Cody right now he's really picking Max apart.
So Alex,
Max, you've got me saying it now. Yeah, no, it's Max is really getting picked apart here. I think with the uppercuts and the combinations, I think he's struggling to even get in close against him.
he's really favouring that jab turning side kick. So
It's a good move.
We saw in the last fight, he set that up a lot. Did the jab turning side kick and then went the jab to the spinning heel kick. So we could see him go back to that tonight. Right on cue, just
Right
as I
on
said
cue.
that, he fakes that and he's going high, and that's now being read by Max. So
Max is getting back in there. It was a shaky start. Maybe it's a bit of nerves. Good kick to the body there. Does he block the takedown? Yes, he does. Oh no, it's Cody. Cody's fake takedown.
Max was one win off a title shot recently after winning 3 fights in a row, so He's no slouch.
No, he is not indeed. It'd be a decent win for Cody coming into the 155 division. Some would ask why he left the 145 division on such a tear.
I think there's only one answer to that question.
Me, yeah. But yeah, interesting body strikes there. But Cody's doing really well. He's really impressing me so far. I mean, he is favouring the same spinning moves, and these moves are relatively easily countable. You can just sidestep them simply.
Oh!
See, like that.
Oh,
And a throw a takedown out of
lovely
nowhere.
from Max. Lovely work.
read the
Tremendously
spin from
timed.
Cody, then took
Cody,
him straight down.
Cody doing exactly what he says not to do when he's on commentary, and that's telegraph the spinning strikes. But that is lovely to get the full guard transition. Good sweep.
Oh God, Max is poor. This is the thing, Max. When he chooses to wrestle, he's always very poor about denying transitions, and he has struggled with that a lot. They're both in
It's a sprawl.
They're both living in America.
I
So
think Cody just
the
go for the same thing, spinning body kick, and then he's going to try and set up the head kick. He'll probably land it, and he'll probably knock him out and prove me wrong. But I think that's all he's going for. But
well, that's a
10-9
definite
is
10. Yeah, definitely 10-9 to Cody. He's looked good.
We keep
For
calling
him.
him Cody, but he wants to be called Jerry, depending on what channel you watch him on.
I'll just it's Jerry. Yes, indeed. I've whatever name.
He'll always be Cody in the aggro eyes.
Yeah, Max will really, really, really need to do something different in this round. I don't think wrestling necessarily is. I think he needs to stop with the nerves, throw a bit more hooks in close. Oh, he was going to go for a strike there.
I was going to say, I'm really thinking he's going to do that in like round 3 if he gets to it.
He looked at it then. Did you see it? He got closer in range. He's crafty.
Nice
Good leg kick there. He is doing some leg damage. Oh, a good body strike there. And a head kick.
Ooh.
See, there's little things with Cody, little mistakes there that can really cost him against top level players. Good
Getting
play
pressure
there.
against the cage now.
Max needs to keep this pressure. Cody hasn't worked well with pressure. Max is doing too much where he's letting Cody decide what's next in this fight.
Max is looking real good. Hits him with that leg kick, and again another leg kick.
He's woken up, and he's not
good.
taking too much head damage. He's taking more body damage, to be fair.
I like that body kick from Jerry, though, keeping the range.
Nice defense there from Max.
Very good kick, knee to the body, just to get a click.
I don't think Cody's going to land a takedown when he's been throwing that many body strikes. Max is already going to be denying down there. And on cue.
Again.
And he just
Like he's
keeps
listening.
touching the body, tickling the body, someone would say.
In this moment in time, I see Max late finish, but you never know.
No, there's no way Max will finish this with his body health as low as it is. One strike and he's going to get rocked.
Oh! Chad!
Lied!
Chad!
I'm very wrong.
Oh, it
Ah,
goes
good
to takedown.
takedown as well.
This would be an impeccable, as much as we all make jokes about Cody, this would be an impeccable win for Max. And the fact he just took him down was extremely stupid. So dumb.
He's biting on them fates, you can see it. I knew instantly he'd bit on both of them.
That was terrible.
Hands up.
You can't be
If I'm
getting
Cody,
backside from
if I'm
that, is it?
Cody, yeah, I'm putting him down.
Nice!
Oh, nice defense.
Scramble.
Ooh.
Jerry's fakes on the ground are looking
And
impressive.
if you're Cody, you've got to be nervous because Max is teeing off. He's hurt you now. He's got probably the most significant strike of this fight. So
If I'm
This is
Cody
interesting.
here, I've noticed that nothing cannot deny a transition. I'm going for that takedown again. I'm firing.
If I was Cody, yeah. If I'm Cody, I'm taking him to the
Maybe
floor and finishing with
clinch
ground and pound.
takedown that with an outside triple or something. Just get that floor, get this fight to the ground, and you can see you can't deny transition. And then you can have your way with it. But he's choosing to stand there and get clipped.
Alright.
Proving that
Yeah.
Very
when
interesting
Cody
fight.
gets to the high level point of aggro, then it might just start to crumble. You never know though, because that's a nice hook.
oh, didn't rock.
In all
Good
fairness,
chin from
in
Max.
all fairness to Cody,
Beautiful.
Oh!
caught him well. That's impressive by Max. Oh, if that lands, he's down.
Oh,
Max
Oh,
has struggled
big
with his
moment.
stamina in previous fights with the gorilla as well.
Oh, that was lovely lovely straight
Ooh.
down the middle. Cody's looking gassed.
Both are looking gas, really, but
He's
he
going for
should
his way
have.
back uppercut and no stamina. He's
Matt's
not going to land.
looking
And
fantastic.
that's one of them.
I would even give that round a 10-8 to Max with the two
off.
big damage. No, I won't
And
honestly.
then takedown as well. It was a knockdown as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What?
Done more
No,
damage.
10-8. Wasn't 10-8, was
It's
it?
UFC 4, trust me.
Oh,
It's 10-8.
I thought he was going to kick him. I thought he was going to kick him.
Oh, it goes straight
Oh,
for
he
the
gets the
ankle. break.
takedown, so he's been listening to the commentary. I'm not coaching him, I promise. Fakes in the on belly, goes to top mount. Can he get this
I
on?
think he.
Nice and high.
This is what Jose Aldo did against Marlon Vera. I think you're very much seeing someone who knows he needs to win this fight to keep their heart
I
down.
think Max is out. Nice arm
no.
triangle attempt. I'd back out of this. You're not going to get this.
Unless you're me.
Unless you're me or Umbro.
Oh, me. I'm pretty good at submissions, you'll see one day.
The arm, but the arm triangle is extremely weak. It is the worst submission on the game.
It is such a shit submission.
Mate, I
You could still get this.
submission.
If there was a transition, maybe you could get
This
this.
is close.
I don't like the inverted triangle.
This is really close.
He's okay, he's out.
Ooh,
I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
Oh, cheeky bit of
Gary.
glitch. Cheeky bit of glitching finishes a sub for Cody.
And he's out cold. He is out cold. Cody did well. I mean, we said, really, wasn't it? Max was actually contending with him on the feet. And Cody just came in and I think he saw the weaknesses on the ground.
I'd love to see the round for. I'd love to see the score for round 2.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too. I don't think it was a 10. I'd be very surprised. But
I honestly do think it was a 10-8. Just think of the amount of damage he landed and also defended the takedowns and got his own takedowns.
It's always nice when you win from an arm triangle. I can tell you that from experience.
I got an arm triangle with him in my last fight, actually.
Did you?
I wouldn't say it's one of the weakest. I absolutely rule online with that.
I'm not bum rocking it. I'm fighting bum rock today.
No, I mean Gregman's.
It was an arm triangle.
Both the same. They're the same person, aren't
It
they?
was inverted arm triangle, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get a. He's definitely gonna be on a high after that fight.
Yeah, let's just wait for it to get back in the Discord. It will be the mandatory interview, which I ain't got a choice to do. I'm just vibing, chilling, eating a twister.
How's it going, boys?
How are we going, Cody?
How
you feeling,
do
bro?
you feel?
It was a nice win. He tore me up second round. I had to take that fight to the ground on all means.
Could you give
He
us
figured me
the
out.
stats? I'd love to see what the second round was scored as, because I personally
he smoked
it
my
was
ass in the
today.
second round. No, it was a 10-9.
10-9.
I thought
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not a 10-8. Look at the stats.
He 10-9 me.
Cody's from
Alright,
Texas,
now,
confirmed.
now I see the stats. Yeah.
Cody's from Texas.
So what's next for you?
Ah man, I don't know. I'm not incredibly sold on that win right there. That was a sloppy win. I did a really good job first round avoiding damage, but yeah, I got to get a little bit better. But I think for a title fight, yeah, I mean, I could definitely see a title fight after that win. That was a good win in my opinion. It wasn't impressive, but I got the job done. That's all that matters.
Some fights are like that, Cody. I'm impressed you were smart enough to realise that you had the beating of him on the ground. You did really well to notice that, and I think you're going to go home with an impressive win there. That will only age well.
Well, I mean, well, look at that, 31 viewers. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, you got to think. I wasn't really necessarily game planning I was game planning against somebody who I consider a scrub. So, having to change the fight around to be nothing but MMA. I mean, that guy's an absolute killer. He's been a contender in the title fight picture for a long time. So, I mean, I think that's a good win, just going out there and getting the job done. I think that's my first submission win.
I believe you're right. You're correct. Yes, you are.
I feel bad for Mystic Max, man. I mean,
Would a rematch be on the cards? Would you offer him a rematch one day?
No. I don't necessarily think that fight was that close. The second round was close, but if I wanted to, I could have just taken him down to the ground and finished it a long time ago. However, I didn't. But it's not no disrespect, obviously, but
We've actually got a replay
he did a good
here
job.
of the fight between
Frankie and Embrace.
Between the Frankie and
Going
Embrace.
to show it now
we're
on
gonna-
stream so we can see the KO that we missed.
Nice, fantastic.
There we go. There it is, the crane kick.
Beautiful.
Brain kick got the
It
damn
was-
job done, didn't it?
It was a factor. It was a big problem. DC loving it on commentary.
I believe we're starting the main card now. Is that correct?
Aussie versus War
Aussie.
Figgy. What a scrap.
Fight. War Figgy, I believe last week was in an absolute war. A fantastic fight. It was extremely interesting. I believe it was with when it was you, Cody. You fight War Figgy last
Yeah,
week.
I mean, hey, Warfig, he's nothing to play with. I find it interesting that he's actually in the main card and I wasn't after I just beat him last week. But yeah, it's very interesting. He's a tough fight. I mean, Warfiggy's honestly a tough fight. He's a little unorthodox, but if you can kind of keep the fight in your lane and keep your fight the way you want to fight it, Warfiggy's tough. He has a tough time figuring out and having a plan too. Like just for example, I hate keep bringing up my past, but for example, whenever my last fight happened, I took the fight and obviously like a 30 minute replacement fight. I had a game plan number 1, which was use distance management and keep him away from me. And then I had a game plan number 2, which was, hey, worst comes to worst, I'll just take this guy to the ground. I got a good taste of it in the first round. His ground game wasn't that great. I knew I could just take him down and potentially sub him. So you got to have a game plan number 2. Warfiggy didn't have a game plan number 2 against me, but let's see if he's learned to get a little bit better for sure.
For sure, indeed. No, this is going to be an absolutely incredible fight. I mean, Aussie's obviously lost out on Yanwei Bear, a contender in the 170 division on a nice streak himself. And some would say this is a drop down, but I wouldn't say that. I mean, Warfiggy's fought against people like Cody, as you've said, who now has to be considered as a good fighter. A late replacement, yeah, and he also fought against Bisping, and he was really the first one to really shock Bisping, because obviously he lost to Aussie, and then he come back, and everyone thought he was going to do big things in the 145 division, and well, the bro, he really, seriously, he looked impeccable against Bisping, and he's shown his quality yet again. But this certainly will be a fight. This certainly will be a fight that Aussie has to bounce back with. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. Always scared for champions. You don't want to see them go the BJ Penn route.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, Ozzy's nothing to play with. Ozzy's absolutely nothing to play with. The guy's an absolute killer. The main thing I'd be worried about if I'm a Warfiggy right here, Ozzy has a secretly good ground game. So be careful you don't get taken down to the ground and held down there for too long.
Yeah, certainly that is correct. But to be a champion in Agros, any Xbox division, you have to be a very talented individual. He's not live, Jamie. What is it?
I'll fight again, Jamie.
I'll fight Warfiggy. I fought his brother. No, it's fine. I'll fight him, Joe. I've just got on the.
Are we live? We're not live, right?
No, we're not live.
to Agro Fighting, boys and girls. We got the main card loaded up, hot in the chamber. We're about to pull the trigger. I hope everybody is enjoying the card up to this point. I hope we can bring you some wonderful, excellent, soothing, yet peaceful entertainment. Guys, we have a lot to go on here. We're having the main card. We got a big fight right here loaded up for you. Everybody, grab your snack, grab your drink. You know, maybe kiss your girl if you got one. Some people don't. There's nothing wrong with that. And let's buckle up. We got a beautiful sewing here for you.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, a homage to KSI or GWT there with the name Olatunji Babatunde. But yeah, it's going to be an impeccable fight here for Ozzy, who's looking to bounce back after a bad run of form. He certainly said he wants to take Ian back.
Kane, let me ask you this real quick, brother. Both fighters have recently taken losses, coming off of losses, both of them. How does this feel? Like, I know you just lost. When you did lose, you lost to me. How did it feel coming back and trying to figure out, hey, how do I get back into the title picture?
Well, you just got to let it flow if you're back. Again, I lost you before I was the player that I am now, and if that fight was to take place again, you'd get absolutely slaughtered. But all you've got to do is just let it be. You've got to be like water. Just let it flow off your back. It's not going to affect you. Every fight is new. Every fight is different. You just got to go into that and forget about the previous fights. You know, like I said, I even went on a losing streak. I think I was 0-3 before I went and got my first win, and then shortly after, I was fighting for the title.
Early rock to the body out of nowhere.
Body.
I hate to see that though. The first strike to the body lands, it rocks. You that's just unlucky at that point. But sometimes when it hits that liver.
Well, the thing is, too, you got to be careful when you're doing that back lunge. I believe it was a back lunge body rock, and it does a whole lot of damage. But yeah, Kane, as you were mentioning, you were pretty bad whenever we first fought. So both of these fighters have to figure out exactly what they can do to slow the fight down now. It's starting off really quick. You got 3 rounds. You still got 2 more rounds, and you still got 2 more minutes in this very round. Take your time. Take a deep breath. You know, maybe take a sip of water if you got it there and just focus on getting the fight back in your lane. That big body rock never is good when you first get it because look at the stamina drain it does to you.
It is horrible when you get a body rocked early, especially the first strike. I mean, it's just put Figgy at a massive disadvantage.
100%.
Yeah, he's done well.
Yeah, no, he's definitely doing a good job of trying to right the ship as we get the first takedown. Chad, you being the most prolific ground fighter we have in aggro history, what are you doing right here if you take him down?
Against Figgy, well, I imagine I'd fight him like I did with his brother. I think you have to be calm against him. He's showing that he's kind of runs in the family to immediately try and move one way or the other with the stick. So you need to be smart, like Ozzy's doing. Stay calm, keep him in a position like this. He didn't block that transition there, but keep him in a position like this where you can just lay some ground and pound strikes. Just hit him lightly, and you're not going to win in the first round against these brothers, but getting a bit of damage, it all adds up. Every little helps, as they say.
Nice ground and pound there.
Definitely. See, that's what I'm saying.
Get slipped, and there it is. Yeah. No, I agree with you, Chad. I mean, right then and there, you have the top position. Why are you giving it away? You know, you get a little too greedy throwing some ground and pound. Ground and pound is so difficult to manage. And, there it is. He leans back into a spinning back kick. If I'm more Figgy, I'm not leaning back ever again because Ozzy is reading that like a book. He's throwing that big body kick, throwing that big body shot. There it is again. You got to defend your body. At least he didn't lean back that time. There it is, big head rock. He's got a body rock. He's got a head rock. Ozzy's looking impeccable. He's looking like an entire Terminator. Interesting he didn't look like that when he fought me. He gets him down to the ground again, gets a good posture up, working the body a little bit. Can't hate on that.
I think
he gets the back. Not going to be enough time to do anything here.
Oh, okay.
He
just
gets to get up.
No point keeping him there. But to be fair, with he's not really doing as much damage, and he's gassing. Well, not gassing, but he's using a lot of stamina. I don't think he's looking as good as before. Maybe he's a bit nervous going into this, but he's still doing extremely well, and he's still clearly won that round. And I think that just shows the level, a caliber of skill he has.
Yeah, man. Kane, how do you feel about that? I believe it was about a minute and a half of control time there too.
Oh, sorry, I just got caught with a beautiful hook. Yeah, it was a good round from that Aussie. What I'd like to see Figgy do is just be patient, like Chad said, just be very calm. Pick your shots, don't rush in. You know you're going to be down on the scorecards, and you know you're already on low health. You're getting red quite a bit, so you just need to take your time. Just pick your shots and land when you need to. And if you're going to throw, make sure that you land with intent. Don't let that Aussie disrespect you. You know, he needs to come in and do some actual damage now. Get some respect and get on the judges' scorecards.
Certainly,
Yeah,
I think
100%.
assisting with those body strikes for Figgy, but I get it might be too little, too late because he's done so much more comparative damage to his body. That's perfect. That's what he also needs to do. Keep slipping those shots. Aussie likes to throw some of those.
Warfiggy looking a lot more patient in the first couple of minutes of this round. Really, just picking Aussie apart, blocking the strikes. Let's see if he nice break from the clinch. Ooh,
Has too much damage been done already? I would hazard to say yes, but we'll see. Certainly, we'll
Yeah,
see.
man. I got to be honest, man. If I'm Warfiggy right here, I'm slowing this fight down as best I can as he gets a big sidestep. Maybe even considering taking the fight down to the ground. Hey, I know he can't work my body if I'm in top control. I know that's not Warfiggy's game plan, but again, like he fought me the last time, he didn't have a plan B. So it's looking as though he doesn't necessarily have a plan B. He's getting pieced up on the ground.
Good strike
He
there
gets
from
a
Aussie.
big rock there. I'd like to see an uppercut right there. You know he's trying to work your body. Maybe sling some uppercuts. Start the combination off with a lead uppercut. Be careful not to eat any more switch kicks. Yeah, if I'm Warfiggy, I'm taking the fight down to the ground this third round. Hopefully I can get a submission finish if he doesn't get finished in the second round because it's not looking good.
Yeah, Figgy, I think he's started to panic now. He's throwing leg kicks out of nowhere. You're not really going to win a fight with 3-round fight with leg kicks this late on. I don't believe.
Yeah, man.
You've got to be doing that from the start of the fight if that's your game plan. But
you'd be surprised. I have finished a fight before in round 3 after getting obliterated with leg kicks. They are very powerful, but you need to do it as they're moving in. That's when you need to really capitalize. If they're swaying to the left and right, that's when you hit them. You can't just throw them like Figgy was.
so
Kane, I agree with you, man. You could try and piece it together with leg kicks, but the way he's doing it is absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
You want to throw it like right there where he's throwing that switch kick, catch him with a
Oh!
he got no stamina.
Body rock. Let's see if he
And
capitalizes.
that is how fast he gets a big front kick there. Hey, that's how fast UFC 4 can change for you. You go out and
he
you
needs to throw that
overextend.
right body kick right now.
Yeah, I think Warfiggy, like you said, he's kind of panicking at the wheel. If he can get a rock here, this might change the complexion of round 2. Maybe even he gets another one. Oh my gosh, Figgy, hit him!
Takedown.
Hit him,
Aussie.
Figgy. Goodness.
Aussie currently looks like he's. What is he doing? He's letting his stamina. This was a dumb decision. Oh God, what is he doing?
Warfiggy had a real opportunity there in that second round
Who
at the
won
end
that
to maybe
round?
steal the round.
Who
Oh, that
won
was
that
100% Aussie. Figgy
Really?
had a chance to win it when he missed that kick. Yeah, Aussie for sure won that round.
No, that's Figgy's round. Look,
Definitely
Figgy.
Figgy's round.
Figgy.
That's Figgy's round.
It's
No, I
not.
don't think so.
It's
I
not really
think- I think
arguable, is it? He's got
More
3
takedowns. Yeah, I was going to say the
I
takedowns
think
play a
it's
big part.
2018.
It's not though, is it?
It's 2021.
In my opinion. Well, okay, we can agree to disagree here. I think it's 2018, but here we go. We're going to start things off here in the third round, starting off with a good body switch kick. Warfiggy is going to have a bit of a stamina disadvantage that could affect him in multiple ways in the takedowns and in the striking game. If Warfiggy can continue to use that illustrious head body rock,
And
double
again,
body rock there, gets a body drop. Aussie, I would just get up right
well,
here, not risk any
hold on.
stamina. No, doesn't risk.
Hurts him, but didn't register there. Needs to
And now
throw
it's me.
a kick.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chad. I think now it's put up or shut up time for Warfiggy. Hey, you say you're good enough to get into the title shot picture. Go ahead. You got to make a finish happen right now because right now you're down pretty good in my opinion. Goes in for the front kick, gets met with a beautiful 1-2 and a nice spinning back kick. Yeah, he's doing a good job of managing distance. Aussie's got to be careful not to overextend here either because if he does, he might get caught up in that situation like he had the end of round 2.
He needs to
Big body rock.
He needs to primarily focus on those body strikes and catch Aussie when he's using too much stamina. He's not going to win the fight any other way, realistically.
oh, nice slip from Figgy.
It does show a weakness of Aussie, though, that he seriously does struggle when you slip him.
Yeah, my thing is when I'm seeing Warfiggy go for that big ankle pick, I'm not really seeing him do much. Is he just trying to go for the very small stamina drain this late in the fight? If you haven't been working at that ankle pick, I'd like to see him do a little bit more with that ankle pick. Maybe jump onto his guard and maybe get a transition and try and get to a submission because right now it's not looking good for Warfiggy.
Takedown.
There he is, goes for the takedown. Very smart here. Not a lot of time to work, but he's still got time nonetheless. He gets a big denial, but he dives right back.
I think it was an obvious one to go posture up.
Fantastic.
Yep, 1-2 there. Yep, Warfiggy, you're gonna have to throw some spinning shit here, buddy. This is put up or shut up time. Aussie's got your number this round. Yep. 100%. If he can steal maybe a knockdown, maybe get 2 knockdowns, but a minute 30, man, you got a lot of work. He's got to be pushing the issue. I know he probably doesn't want to get finished, but he's got to push the issue and try
Yeah,
to
I'd
push
rather get
forward.
finished than lose a 2-1 decision. You
Yeah,
may as well
you
go
gotta
all out
push
at this
forward
point. Not real life. You're not taking serious damage.
Throw some spin and shit here if you got
Body
it in your
uppercut?
arsenal.
Get a body uppercut. He won't be expecting it.
Ooh, that was a nice elbow there.
There it is. There's a rock.
Could be all
Oh, he got
over.
no stamina. Oh,
See,
good
that
decision
time
there
he
for
popped
Ozzy
the
backing
head.
out.
Goes to the ground. You're losing.
Not understanding this decision here. Again, man, this is just War Figgy's biggest problem. It always has been his problem. He doesn't have a plan B. Ozzy flicks him off. He knows the end of this fight's near. If I'm
What's he
Ozzy, I'm
doing?
just
What's he
protecting my
backing
head.
off for? He's losing.
He knows it's over. Yeah, this fight.
Some interesting choices being made.
Well, I don't know what
Goes for the
Figgy's doing.
takedown.
What's that about? He just backed off him with 20 seconds left.
Compared to War Figgy's last fight with you, Cody, that's got to be disappointing to watch because he put on such an amazing performance in this fight. He had a good round 2, but then for some reason
That was winnable.
he completely he just stopped. Everything
was
just stopped getting any output or any offense. For some reason, sticking with the takedown but not capitalizing on it, not following any strikes.
Go on, guys. Wait.
Official decision is in. It resides with Bruce.
Decision. I think we both both fighters. Yeah, there it is.
9:28. I thought it was.
29-28. So they would have get the second round to.
That was. I thought it was a clear.
Let's see the fight cards, if you don't mind. No, okay. Yeah, I mean you got to think. War Figgy, he tried to go out there and do one thing. He didn't necessarily have a two thing. Like Conor McGregor said, it doesn't matter how good you are at your one thing. You have to have a backup plan. Unless you're Habib Nurmagomedov and being a complete weight bully. He weighs 185 pounds, cuts down to 155. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little Khabib slander. But yeah, man, you got to think about it. If I'm War Figgy, I'm coming back in this next fight. If I even decide to fight again after 2 losses, both losses aren't necessarily huge losses. You lost to a contender in me and a former champion in Ozzy. War Figgy, if I could talk to you, if you're listening here, brother, have a plan B. Have a plan B. You got to have another chance. And you got to have something else to throw out if your arsenal is getting stuffed. Kane, what do you feel about that, man? I mean, that's a little disappointing if you're Figgy, I'm sure.
Yeah, like I said, compared to his last fight with you last week, which was an absolute war. He's just gone out and he had. He was. The first round. The first round was, a little bit lackluster for War Figgy. Going into the second round, he knew he had to do a little bit more damage. Really came out and stole the round, but then just stopped everything in the third round. Again, going for those takedowns with nothing to offer after, just taking him down just for the fun of it, thinking that would fall back, and that doesn't show an instinct that for the killer instinct that you need to even be anywhere near a title shot. So he definitely needs to go back after this fight, watch it over, and see what he did wrong, because it was winnable. Like Chad said earlier, it was a winnable fight. All he had to do was just continue the onslaught he put on in round 2, but he just completely stopped and let the fighter run away with it. So upsetting to watch.
That's a good point.
That's
a very good point. Yeah, Chad, the GOAT on the mat and the GOAT on the mic. What do we feel about this next fight coming up? We're both seeing both fighters going for a kickboxing class. Are you excited or what? We get Liam versus Exhibit. Chad, take it away.
I am excited. No, I am excited. No, I'm excited to see Liam fight. I missed a lot of his earlier fights when he was in aggro with me, and people were trying to compare me and him. I really didn't watch his fights that much, and I only really saw his recent fights from commentary booth, and he's looked impressive, to be fair. And obviously, people speak very, very highly of him. So this fight with Exhibit will really, I think, it will go on to prove more and more as to why he's kind of seen as a big contender in aggro. A big legend to some people. Hall of Famer. I mean, Hall of Famer on the left there. And he is certainly not short of confidence.
And before I go over to you, Kane. What? Yeah, 7-fight win streak there. And guys, before we go over to you, Kane, I'd love to get your piece on this because I know you have some notes ready for this fight. I just want to give a shout out to everybody in commentary, or everybody in the chat here, boys. We see you guys showing love. Be sure to use those channel points. Make some bets here. We love gambling here in aggro. I think we can go ahead and put a big thumbs up. If you have a gambling problem, obviously call me and I'll give you some good wins if you really need some help. So we're gonna go over to Kane here, boys, to see what he feels about this fight.
I'm definitely interested in this fight. You know, you've got Expert and you've got Liam going out there to put on a stellar performance. Both these fighters really need a win, I think, to really make a splash in their division. Both going kickboxing by the looks of it, unless there's going to be a late change that we don't see. But if it's a kickboxing fight, we can expect a stand-up war. I don't think it will be as sluggish as we've seen some of the fights be. I think it will be a lot more technical. We'll see a lot more distance management. A few more leg kicks, a lot of good combinations as opposed to like one and done strikes. So I'm definitely excited for this fight. I'm excited to see what the outcome is. Personally, I think I'm not quite sure I'll give it to. It's quite a 50-50 split in my opinion. It really could go either way, but both fighters are really looking to make a splash tonight in their respective division.
And having some UFC ESFL pros showing a little bit of love in aggro, liking some of the tweets. We really appreciate everybody. We need all the help we can get when it comes to growing this brand. We're going to continuously give you great content. We're pushing it out. You can count on aggro every Saturday. And we're going to come out here. We're going to go ahead and give you wonderful.
Sorry, Cody, but was that? I'm very confused. I'm almost positive that it just showed both of Liam's calves, but then it's
Yeah. That's a glitch that happens if you're both using calves. Yeah, I've seen that happen a couple times.
And we're kicking it off. And again,
so here it is: Liam versus Exhibit, a 3-round fight. Kane, what do you got here for us, man? I know you have some notes.
What I'm interested in, right, is what we've seen the past couple of fights, or a few fights tonight. A lot of fighters are turning the hood off. Now, whether that's a tactic thing because they want to they don't want a lot of stress or a lot of pressure, I'm interested to see if that plays anything into this fight today. I don't know what's going to happen. Again, like I said, it's very technical. Both fighters are in a little bit of a feeling out process at the moment, just seeing who hits the hardest, just to see what testing each other really. Really good slip there. So again, it's a really interesting fight. I'm very excited. Ooh, a nice.
Very, very well said, Kane. Chad, where are we feeling about it right now? Do you think Bobby's kind of in the driver's seat, or are they both kind of fighting for the wheel at this point?
Liam, I think, is taking over slowly. He's setting up and hitting the cleaner shots. I mean, Exhibit is landing, but it's not doing any damage. And if he just, it seems like, why does everyone keep going up to Liam and fighting in his range? Yeah, that's it. Back up, let him go towards you, and try and hit him on the outside. He's going to win. If you go for an exchange battle with combinations, he's going to win. It's realistic. That's what he does. He needs to try and keep at the end of his strikes and mix a few things in.
Look how I just want to put shout out how clean Liam's striking look. He's pulled off again that slip of the uppercut. He's pulling off some
good strike back.
So
he is getting clipped though.
A little bit of inspiration from
Conor. Jesus, that was so fast. That exchange right there.
Speed on him.
Yeah, if I'm Exhibit right here, man, he's attempted the takedown 2 times. I'm kind of selling out for it. I might have lost his first round up to this point just out of damage and significant strikes alone. I'm selling out for a takedown, maybe steal a little bit of control time. As he gets one, he just got a 3-piece and almost the soda, misses the head kick as he drops down to the ground. Yeah, I mean, he's got to take the fight down to the ground. Even at this point, the body damage is definitely going to start adding up. I'm taking a step back and just absorbing the fight for the first round. There it is. Goes for the takedown. Can he get it? No, he
pulls
backs
out.
Off of it.
He backs off. Strange.
I'm not 100% sure if he gets that takedown, though, Chad. I think it might be a good decision to get back from it with the late denial window adding up in this game now. Kane, what do you think Exhibit can do in the second round if he makes it out of the first? Do you think you just kind of lay away from Liam striking and try and get the fight to the ground, or do you just say, "Hey, I'm just as good as you. I'm going to let my pride take over"?
Clinch. You want to get what you need to do at the minute is clear that you're not going to outstrike him. You're going to land a few good shots, but that's it. Liam's really piecing him apart. Sorry, in the stand up, it's exhilarating to watch. His striking is so clean. So what I'd like to see. He's getting caught, but there's just not as much sauce on it.
Yeah, it's true. You are correct.
It's just like little shots. What I'd like to see now from Expert is get him against the cage, clinch, knees to the body, really work that body, time the takedowns. Like you said, sell out on the takedown, get him to the floor, make him carry your weight, tire him out, because then his striking won't be as effective. if you keep playing this game, he's just going to piece you apart and put you to sleep.
I think with players like Liam who throw a lot of head movement around, I think it's a terrible decision to keep throwing lead uppercuts, which he just keeps doing for some stupid reason.
I'd like
I
to
think
see maybe fake the lead uppercut or an uppercut, or fake a strike and then go up high.
and then
he's going to catch you
exactly.
with that head. Oh, just
See,
to
look,
say
he's
that
down.
counts for
That's
1,
what I'm
2.
saying. Yeah, he's
You know,
done.
the
I
side-
think.
Another rock there, and that's
Oh.
over. I think this is
Yeah.
over, boys. No,
Oh.
he decides to live. He decides to live. Very
Jesus
good. Oh,
Christ.
yeah. He's going to get top mount right here or an automatic finish. Still nothing. My goodness, they're letting this man
I think
continue.
the game is a bit weird there. I would have thought that would have been definitely top mount. See, look, he's done, ref. Come on, you got to stop this fight. He's just been knocked down by a light jab.
Let's see if he gets a butterfly sweep here. No, but he gets in the guard, fights on the ground now. That's what Exhibit wanted it anyway. Let's see if he's going to
Not
be
like
able
this.
to show some of that ground pros. Hey, full guard, you could still attack you. Jamie, what?
Yeah, I think someone needs to tell this referee to
Who's on his
seriously.
There it is.
Look at that. Come on, guys. Stop the fight.
It takes one rear hook there to drop him. He gets
Oh, he
good
almost-
grounded
oh,
pound.
he
Got
did
it!
so
The
well.
butterfly
He did
sweep.
so well. He
The
did
arm
so
bar
well to
now.
survive.
Oh my
If he
gosh!
finishes him,
Go
I'm
for
gonna
the
scream.
arm bar.
Oh, he's hitting him. See,
Why
that's
do
a
you
bit
not
of
go for the
weakness
arm
there.
bar?
Bit of weakness there from Liam there on the ground, getting hit with those.
What a crazy turn of events.
Someone would have done a lot more damage there in top mount.
Why do you
But
not
yeah.
go for the arm bar there, though, if you're Exhibit? That is your opportunity. The game just gifted to you. And there he is. He gets swept. Oh, so foolish, man.
Oh,
So
that's
foolish.
beautiful fake for the arm triangle into the side control transition. Liam's really shown his ground game that he's no slouch on the ground.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you got to think if you're Exhibit there, EA Sports UFC 4 just gifted you a victory. Maybe his submission offense isn't that great, but goodness gracious, man. There it is. Decides not to do anything with that lean back uppercut.
That head movement is beautiful. I'm sorry, but it was.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm watching this
Nice.
fight, Kane. It kind of reminds me of Bisbing Bible, Prime Bisbing, whoever it is at this point. I mean, he's had 5 accounts. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. This fight might, and there it is.
Oh!
Yep, finish.
I think this is a standard up. If I'm honest, from Bisping, that looked
Switch-
impeccable. He looked very good that
Yeah.
fight.
If I'm Bisbing, I'm seeing this happen, and I'm saying, well, damn, that guy just did what I do 10 times better. I'm maybe a little nervous. If he even is watching, I'm pretty sure he's still retired. Yeah, very, very interesting finish there, though. I mean, it just looked like he was outclassed on the feet.
Absolutely.
And you get that big butterfly sweep after avoiding some ground and pound, and he doesn't go for the submission there. Maybe he didn't have a submission ready. I don't know why you don't do that, but hey, all the credit to Liam as he continues on with his dominant prowess. Going out there, got the damn job done. Who's next for Liam? That's what I want to know. I think I have an idea, but I got to know.
It's
for
my
sure where this is
division.
going.
Yay! I like this.
Very,
Right,
I'm happy because Raw Dog's gonna
God.
smash him.
Jamie versus Yair Stan. Well, main card. And welcome back. Our owner had to take a little bit of a potty break, but we're here to give you the action that you so crave. Both fighters very, very solid in their own rights. We're going to be a fight in the 145 division. We get to see a little bit of clown work, and then we also get to see Alexander Volkanovski. I am only kidding. This is a calf-only league. If you're interested in joining said calf league, go ahead, shoot a DM over to Agro Fighting. That is at Agro Fighting. So here, folks, we got a good little fight. We got Raw Dog Till versus Yair Stan. Like I said, both great fighters in their own right. We have a good little ping there down to 43. Very, very nice. It's going to be a nice, crispy matchup. Chad, Kane, what are we looking like here, boys? Is this something that could perhaps lead into title intentions?
I'd like to. I'd like to fight Raw Dog again. I certainly think if he wins this, I've got no one else. I think he makes the most sense. He's been a perpetual on the edge of a title shot, and I think I should welcome him for one. Certainly, I mean, if he wins this, there's no one really else for me to fight. I imagine he should steamroll through the Joker here, but who knows? Who knows? 145 is
Kane,
in a perilous religion. Me and Kane relate in that way.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's a very good point. Yeah, Kane. How are we feeling about this matchup, brother? I mean, this obviously has no inclinations to you, but I mean, hey, a fan can be a fan, and that's what we are. Nothing but fans here on commentary. How are we feeling about this matchup? Is this something that you kind of circled on your list? Because I know it is for me.
Yeah, it is a very exciting matchup. Both these fighters do go out to put on a performance. I don't think these have been any boring fights. Even in Raw Dog's loss to Chad, it was still exciting because of just the dominance in that fight. So I'm excited to see. And I really do hope a title contender does emerge from this because Chad is in the same position as me at this moment in time. You know, sort of without a paddle in the division at the top, but there's no one else there really to challenge him. So I really hope a title contender comes out to that. You know, I think people underestimate the Joker. He's got a lot of ability. And he's got a lot of prowess, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does in this fight to get the win. And you know, it's anyone's match. In all honesty, I don't have a clear favourite. I think it's a 50-50 split again. So we're going to go out and see.
Yeah, I certainly think Raw Dog's should be a very heavy favourite, and I think it was actually reflected in the thing that it was actually a closer fight than I expected. But I don't know. The Joker's on a 3 or 4 fight win streak, so he's certainly reinvigorated. And Raw Dog just got off of a losing streak, so who knows?
Here we go.
Yeah, he always does that. Lack of respect there. Good body kick to return.
A nice leg kick there.
Everybody in the chat, make sure you use your channel points. Go ahead and predict this fight. Guys, I think it's 50-50, so I can't really give you a big... Look at a big spinning back fist to start things off. The Joker doing a good job.
We've got Raw Dog on the left, and we've got the Joker on the right, if like I needed to tell you.
Yeah.
Ooh,
what is happening
big
here?
Leg kick rock there. Yair Stan throwing some crazy stuff to start the fight off.
Yeah, I think he really needs a takedown. There you go.
Said that.
He was saying that's the way to win. Oh, God, that was a nasty slam. That didn't look like a normal slam. Need to be defending
in
those.
Half guard.
Oh.
Gets in a sprawl.
Blocks it a bit late. Does he block this one? A submission here could be dangerous.
Anaconda.
These are dangerous.
Kind of choking on the sub offense here. I probably cancel this if I'm Raw Dog.
Cancel it immediately. Cancel it.
Yeah, this is ugly submission offense. Goodness gracious. Yeah.
Never again.
The best thing is,
if I'm your stand, I'm taking notes on that and saying, hey, this guy can't sub me no matter how hard he tries. I'm not worried about it. Focus more on ground and pound.
The worst part is that Joker's defense didn't even look that great. It wasn't that good either. It was just that the offense was that poor.
It's ironic.
Very fair point.
His submission defense against me, well, I only tried one submission. It was pretty good. I mean, I didn't do the best of my abilities, but it was a pretty good submission defense. I wasn't close to getting him. Maybe he's just bad with choke subs. That could be a thing, because certainly that does happen. He is defending transitions quite well.
Oh, he's going to get the sweep to backside.
Out of nowhere. And he's just gone straight
back.
back.
He's going to get backside right back. Very interesting. Both these fighters not necessarily... Oh, that's a hard transition to block there.
And that one.
Both showing incredible transition denials.
So will people give me some credit when I did well on the ground with him now? No, see, look there. This is it. I think he's more composed in this one.
Looks to be
I don't
improving
think
his submission offense a little bit. Doesn't look like he's going to get it, though.
Just staying in one area. He's not following it around.
Yeah, he does need to follow it around. Certainly do a semicircle to the other way. Oh, yeah, he is panicking. Yeah, he's panicking.
I think he might be trying to carry on the submission a little bit. Is he going to get it into side control? Nope.
Now
he's
in half guard. Certainly an arm triangle attempt. I think that Rodog's going to end up winning this round, even with the rocks.
Yeah, this is 10-8. This is a lot of control time he's achieved.
I don't know about. I wouldn't say 10-8, but it could be if what you said about the thing is the case. Could very well be the case
Yeah,
that he gets a
it's
10-8.
3 minutes and 40 seconds for a guaranteed 10-8.
I don't think it's been that long though.
Chaining submissions.
I think that's a smart idea.
The judges love submission attempts.
They do, yeah. It's a smart idea to just guarantee they've won the round.
Decides to cancel. I think it's too late, though. He's going to get swept over. Not a lot of time
It's
for
all
your
right.
air stand. Not a lot of stamina. Don't throw anything and waste your stamina. He does. Not necessarily agreeing with that one.
You may as well throw one strike in that position when you get a stamina boost in between rounds.
Yeah, I just think your stamina's down. There's no reason to waste that long term. But yeah, the Joker getting joked with, it almost seems like. Raw Dog Till doing a very good job on the ground. If I'm Yair stand, I'm doing my best to avoid getting down on the mat. Big body kick misses. 2 fake glove touches in a row. Raw Dog doesn't bite. And this is almost a case of somebody just getting 100% outclassed. I think Raw Dog Till is just outclassing Yair stand at this point.
He's been
Well,
rocked
he's
twice.
getting outclassed on the feet, but then the Joker's getting outclassed on the ground. It's
Yeah, I think
talking
that's
more or
the
less
case.
about mat control. I think Raw Dog Till is doing a very good job of controlling the mat and saying, "Hey, look, you might have rocked me early on in the first round, as it was within the first minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then he can completely just turn the fight in his own direction. As he gets a big, gonna be a slam, drops him on his back. Beautiful slam there for Raw Dog Till. Now the question is, can he get a sprawl denial? He doesn't. Gets it into sprawl. He's going to deny this rather easily. Yep, he gets the denial. Going to push backside. Opts to go right this time. See if he can deny the get up. Again, Yair stand just not showing any prowess on the ground. Kane, what do you think about this, man? Do you think that maybe you should try and do something a little bit different when you get on the ground?
You know, at this level, you can't just be a one-dimensional fighter. You need every asset of your game to be on tippity top, even if that game is not shown in your fight.
Yeah, that's it. He told me about this.
It's a beautiful.
He told me that he wanted to pull guard.
And that's a difficult transition to defend against. It catches me all the time when I'm fighting. Oh,
and if you want to defend that, guys, you just hold right trigger when you get in that position. Just a heads up if anybody wants to know. If you want to defend pull guard, it's right trigger. But yeah, Kane, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, it's a strange transition denial, isn't it? Considering it's a takedown.
Oh, that was a good leg kick there. Denial the takedown. But as I was saying earlier, is you need every facet of your game to be polished. Like myself, for example, my wrestling is not on display a lot, but when it is, I can wrestle. I can choose to wrestle if needs be. I don't lean on it, or I don't utilize it as much, but it is there. Every facet of your game needs to be polished. You can't go in and just expect to strike, because it's an MMA fight. You're going to get taken down. You know, you're going to get put on your back if you don't have the ability to defend that. So if the Joker does win this fight, I would like to see him go off and improve his takedown defense, improve his ground game a lot, work with some submission artists and really pull off, you know, just something better, because he's getting denied all the time. His ground game is very
into crucifix.
Gets
the denial. This might be the end of the game.
Good defend again. Yeah,
He
you never
denies
go
it
for
again. This is dangerous.
He's not going to go for a sub. He should just pound him.
Oh.
Keep pounding the head. Keep pounding the head. If you block one of these transitions, the fight is over. Okay.
Gets on knee on belly.
Is he missing it? Yep, he's
Tears down
blocked
the
it.
block.
Block's done. He needs to. If he threw loping shots there, he'd get him.
Interested again. We're seeing him get dominated on the
back
floor.
into crucifix.
Exactly what I said.
This could be a 10-8. This is very dangerous for.
The worst
This
thing
is
is
a game,
it's
I
showing
think.
glaring holes.
think
There it
fight's
is.
over.
Fight's finished.
No. Oh, he's okay. Yep, fight's over. Well, I seem to have a contender.
What a performance from Raw Dog.
I thought he looked good, especially with 2 rocks early.
Exactly.
In my opinion, dominant performance.
He read the fight. He knew exactly that on the feet that he was outmatched a little bit. So he thought, I'm going to take it down because that's where my ability is. And he really, really just put on an absolute clinic on the floor against the Joker. The Joker had no answer. Everything he did get denied. Submissions. He did well defending the submissions. But to be quite frank, I don't think not Kingfisher. I don't think Raw Dog was actually trying to submit him. I think it was just the threat to get on the judges' scorecards. But now we are going to have a fight in the PlayStation 170 division. We've got Kingfisher versus Chrissy. We've got a possible #1 contender fight. Maybe. Depends on if I'm impressed. But, you know, at this point, you could have a boring 3-round decision and it'd get you a title fight.
Nah, it's a very good point, Kane. Yeah, if I'm looking at that, and if I'm Chad here as well, hey, he showed a lot of improvement on the ground. Didn't necessarily have to defensive grapple, but again, I haven't necessarily seen Chad on his back too often, so that might be something that could interest Raw Dog Till into getting Chad on his back. So we'll see how this one works out. And look at this nasty ping. My goodness, 300 ms.
There's a reason I'm not on my back a lot.
Tough to look at that. Honestly, that grosses me out. Kane, do you think this is going to be? I mean, obviously, but how big of an advantage does this count against these two fighters?
UFC 4 is unplayable with bad ping. It's you'll be fighting and it'll freeze. Next minute you're on your back, getting beaten down. It's ping plays a big factor. I want this fight to end in a double knockout, so there's no contender because I don't want to have to deal with that ping. It is disgusting. I don't know who sides that on. I don't know if it's Kingfisher or Chrissy, but it is intense to say the least.
It certainly is. I mean, that's horrendous to play. And I played in 220 in my title fight or around that. And oh God, it was times I couldn't see what was happening. I would just stand up. So it immediately gets rid of wrestling threats. But God help me. 374.
So hard as well because as soon as the takedown starts, or as soon as the initiates some sort of transition, the game will freeze, and the next minute he's in full mount or he's in side control or you're in crucifix. It's baffling.
Or like me, and you get 4 takedowns and stood up 4 times without even seeing the transition coming. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard to fight with this. Luckily, these two are both kickboxers, I imagine. Well, choosing a top dog, it can imply the opposite. And we're off.
Both fighters gonna have to deal with this ping, but yeah, again, that's just part of playing on an esport. As we get Chrissy Indat versus Kingfisher MMA, guys. 3 fights left in aggro. My goodness, what a card so far. And hey, for the people who don't know, we've had to do a lot of work behind the scenes. I'd like to give the annual shout out here to the management in chat. We really, really appreciate everybody. We appreciate that guy Jamie, Nick Milla, Ben's MMA, DJ Mikey B, and I'm not going to pat my own back here, but yeah, congratulations everybody. We put it all together. We got 3 fights left. I think we can all take a deep breath here as we get into the first round of what's going to be a pretty interesting fight.
Well, good leg kick early on. We haven't seen many of those quick leg kicks.
And again, this is in the PlayStation 170 division, so I've got a lot of interest in this fight because we just need a clear contender. I mean, Ned was scheduled to fight tonight, who is at the minute in my eyes the #1 contender. But for some reason he pulled out. I'm not quite sure why. So we have this matchup instead. But in my eyes, anything can land you a #1 contender spot. We could see one of these fighters go out tonight and put on a spectacular performance. Gets caught there.
Fisher's. I think I would pick towards Fisher. I think Chrissy's shown a few weaknesses in recent fights, but Fisher, I have faith he'll put on a good performance. I think he'll be pretty good, as he is doing early now. But Chrissy shows a lot of improvement. He's been showing a few elbows and knees that he hadn't previously added to his arsenal. I would say Kingfisher's doing best. As I said.
Oh, Chrissy catches him. Sorry, with a nice uppercut.
That was smooth. That was a smooth.
Yeah, and of course, both of these fighters being in the 170 division, there's going to be some leather swung. You got to be careful with those big 1-2s. Hey, a simple 1-2 to the face can knock you down. Got to be careful here if you're at 170. That's just what's the difference between the 145 and 155 divisions.
It's another reason why I love it so much.
There is so much power in our hands.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate that as well because it is true. There is so much power difference, like there, and it's just out of nowhere you can be rocked. Like the first strike Aussie threw it rocked him, and things like that wind me up.
See now what Chrissy does to retaliate. He's been hurt quite a few times during this fight already, and we're only at 3 minutes, so not even 2 minutes has gone past, and Chris is getting picked apart a little bit. He's been hit with some good strikes. Don't get me wrong, he has caught Kingfisher with a few decent strikes of his own, but none of them have that pop or that that pizzazz you want, the sort of like limp strikes. It really needs to earn the respect right now of Kingfisher to even have a chance of coming back in this fight.
Yeah, Kingfisher seems to be laying on that sway uppercut where he ducks the hook or he leans back on the hook. So you got to be careful throwing hooks in the pocket at this point. Maybe keep your range, maybe throw a couple kicks, continue on with that leg kick work you're doing, and keep your strikes straight because we haven't seen any kind of sway uppercuts or sway hooks.
Oh, Chris gets caught with another good combination. So he is hitting Kingfisher, but he's not hitting him with anything with strength. And I think that's what
100%, yeah.
Oh,
Big crane kick.
Strike. Oh, and
Oh.
it seems this could be the end.
Gotta be careful here not to get swept into a dominant position for Chrissy.
Fisher showed a bit of. Sometimes you do that and you accidentally get caught. Spent a bit of lag there.
Goes for a naked get up there.
I think smart to get up with this ping.
Nice leg kick there from Kingfisher.
They're nice, those double leg. I love throwing those.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Chrissy's landing in the pocket. But
What I don't like to see is Chrissy does tend to lean on the spamming elbows or the spamming knee and then the elbows, and it's gonna get him caught.
Yeah, I can only imagine how Kane versus Chrissy would look. Yeah.
It wouldn't last very long. Oh,
Yeah, I don't think so. Interesting play there from Fisher, but good front kick though. But that might be the fight. Fisher versus. This is performance of the night so far, I'd say.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Liam. Yeah, probably him over Liam, I'd say.
Yeah.
Liam got clocked a few times. He hasn't really been hit.
Nice leg kick there from Kingfisher. I'm really loving that leg kick. It's really not utilized as much as it should be. It's such a dangerous tool when you set it up with some strikes, and if you can get him coming in, or even if they're coming in on a takedown, you can do some serious damage. And with that new calf, 2 new leg kicks to look out for, and a lot of people struggle reading that calf kick.
They really do, and I've really not understood it personally. I think it's quite an easy one to read.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you guys are obviously the best gamers on earth. So we're going back to the action here. Chrissy has got to be a better job of not utilizing too much of his stamina so early on these combinations. He's really leaving himself wide open to a lot of damage that could be dealt. As Kingfisher just seems to be in the driver's seat, controlling this entire fight from distance as well. He's kind of laying back on the black side of that octagon. So you got to be careful here if you're Chrissy. I think if I'm Chrissy right here, more than likely I'm trying to get this fight down to the ground. He's going to decide to shoot. Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
Big.
That's a lot of damage.
This could be
Yeah,
it.
that's a lot of damage. I think this fight could be over. First round.
Gonna get the job done. There it is.
Straight
Knockout.
punch, straight
Whoa!
punch. If he did a straight there, the fight was over.
Let's see what kind of recovery we get for Chrissy, man. This is a little bit of a disheartening round there for sure. But I think, man, if there's one person that can put it back together, it's him. He's maybe got to try and work to the fight to the ground. I mean, it's tough to, obviously, but at this point, you got to do what you got to do. Like, they're obviously getting pieced up on the feet. Whatever class you choose, doesn't matter. Get the fight down to the ground and see if you can hold him there.
Interesting to see what Chrissy does in round 2 to try and earn the judges' respect, and also earn Kingfisher's respect. Because if you're just going to come out and not change anything, not read anything,
Fisher looks impressive.
He really does.
I think this is a good fight for him because he had Frankie Mitchell in one of his other fights. He didn't look as good as I expected because obviously coming in from the other organisation, he didn't look as good as I expected. But certainly right now he's picking Chrissy apart. Chrissy he was ranked number 1 for a reason at 170. He really is no joke.
No, we can't.
What did I say?
Oh.
Kingfisher kind of going into the end sequence of this fight. That's what I like to call it, where you kind of know you're about to win this fight, and he's kind of putting a lot of crazy combinations together. He's working the body, working the head. I think he's got to go out here and try and finish this fight. You don't want to hang around with Chrissy too long because when he starts getting reads on fighters, it's going to be dangerous for you.
Jesus, 89 strikes landed.
Take down there from Kingfisher.
Jeez.
Body.
He's doing so well, to be honest. Yeah.
There it is. Big sway uppercut. Beautiful.
Oh.
1-2 head kick drops him.
Fantastic combination
looks-
there from Kingfisher.
Decides
What are
not to
you
jump down to his guard. Probably a smart move.
How are you feeling, Kane? This looks like a new contender.
We'll see.
Jesus, he's rocked him again. The head kick, he fainted it.
Yeah, he definitely tried to go for that 1-2 head kick again, Chad.
Nice front kick there from Chris. A good body kick to follow up as well. Again. Fisher's leaning a little bit too much onto that spinning heel kick. I think he needs to throw it a little bit less blindly. Oh!
I think he wants a spectacular finish.
Gotta be careful. All it takes is one duck under and a flash KO can happen.
We saw that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Nice knee there from Kingfisher, returned by Chrissy. And then a
Good
leg
leg
kick.
kick. He's doing some serious damage to that leg.
I wonder how much of the ping is playing into Chrissy's inability to really get anything going. I know I'm not trying to make an excuse for him, but I mean, it just seems like he's just been clueless as to what he can do to get back in this fight.
Jesus, Fisher looked great.
I mean, Fisher's just throwing nothing but round strikes, and he's not really slipping any of them. I mean, those are relatively easy to slip. When he gets into the pocket, it's hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. You gotta be able to read that if you're Chrissy, and maybe the nerves are getting to him. But I mean, he's not necessarily doing much of anything to get back in this match. Kind of just surviving, it seems like.
Even at this point, a takedown might be a good idea. You really need to get yourself in the scorecard and try and get some damage off. And at this point, I think the best idea for Chrissy would be to
How is
take
he just
it to the
taking
if he can.
these?
Fisher's going to follow up, gets into stack guard, but gets pushed away by Chrissy.
There it is. He gets that get up before.
I think he's going for a spinning back kick in a second, I think. Methinks this will be the way the fight ends. Either that or an uppercut.
Teasing that
Crane.
lead leg crane kick. Good damage
Chrissy's
there.
just tough as hell. He's taking about 900 shots.
Oh, that hook was.
Oh, that was a
beautiful
powerful
straight.
right-hander. Yeah, there you go. I
Oh!
did see it. It was
That-
beautiful land.
Yeah,
What a
he's been
knockout.
going for that spinning wheel kick the whole fight. Finally got one to land, breaks through the block, gets the job done. Congratulations, Fisher.
What's going on with his ears?
Looked like an absolute dominant force. Kane, got to make you shake just a little bit.
Absolutely not.
Performance of the night, 100%.
Yeah, way to put over the fighter, Kane.
I'm sorry, but yeah, what do you want me to do? Be like, I'm not scared at all. And
No, I want you to put over the fighter and stop acting like you're too damn good for it. That's what I really want you to do.
yeah, it's never going to happen. Sorry, he pales in comparison to what I would.
Classic.
If he thinks
Classic
he
Brits.
fight,
Yeah,
He-
being the
he-
best.
he could get it. He'll walk in and he'll get smoked. There's nothing. I didn't see anything there that was scared me. You know, my head movement's too good. I'd just take him down. I might even, if I fight him, I might even show off my submission skills and choke him out.
What ways?
I
How
was
do you
hoping
see
you
that?
could put over the guy who just won?
How do you see that fight going? Stan, Kane, the other
Pain.
one.
Absolute pain.
Absolute pain. Interesting. That is interesting. I think he looked impeccable in that fight, though. I really do think. I think he's the next course of action for you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think he definitely looked like a dominant opportunity for Kane. And I got to be honest, the way he looked at that fight, if that Fisher comes into the same matchup with Kane, we could be seeing a new champion.
probably not. Though. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I think Fisher easily beats Kane.
What?
I don't necessarily know if it's going to be an easy fight, Chad, but I mean, he's definitely going to raise a lot of questions when it comes down into the aggro analysis. And guys, this is a new segment we have here for aggro. Ben's MMA and that guy Jamie have been working very hard at it. So go ahead, check it out on YouTube. After this, we'll drop a link and just see how accurate as they were as we move into our 2 championship fights here, the co-main and the main event. Again, that is aggro analysis. It is on YouTube. We'll link it after to show, hey, maybe these guys know what they're talking about when it comes down to it. Now, unfortunately, the second fight, the co-main event is going to be a little different as we've had, again, 2 dropouts. But yeah, Kingfisher there looking like an absolute beast as we're going to move on to Kane.
We've got Jamie, that guy JME versus Bumrock 401 for the PlayStation 145 title. This is an interesting fight. I did ask Jamie before his opinion, like what he expected to face Brandon. Obviously, that was fight was scrapped as Brandon pulled out and he got to challenge Bumrock for the title. So I asked Jamie, did the late replacement affect you at all? Has it played any mind games, or are you still as focused? And he's put absolutely not. In his preparation, he still watched a lot of footage of MMA King, so he watched everything to do with him. So it's pretty much the same fight for him. He wants to go in and he wants to put on a dominant performance. For his fight with Brandon, he predicted a go-go platter from Top Mount, which he's been talking very highly of. So look out for that in this fight. It's definitely going to be something that he leans on. So I'm so excited for this fight. We've got the Hulk, a newly crowned 145 champion, beating Brandon, I believe, for the belt versus Jamie. Last minute replacement. You don't really see champions really go out on the whim and defend the belt last minute. Let's be real. Bumrock's had no time to prepare for Jamie, the kind of fighter that Jamie is. But we have seen Bumrock very, very dominant in his last few fights. Picked people apart on the feet and on the floor. Sorry. So it's not going to be an easy fight in my opinion. It's definitely going to be a back and forth. But I'm very excited.
It certainly is an interesting one. I really don't know how this one's going to go. I can tell you this truthfully. Obviously, my personal bias is I'm a closer friend with Jamie than I would be with Bumrock, even though I do like both the guys. And it is in my old division, so I imagine I have quite a lot to offer. But personally, I've said Bumrock's going to lose every single one of his fights, and he's always proved me wrong. So for this time, I'm going to stick with picking against Bumrock because I want to see Jamie melt down. I'm joking. No, I think it's a 50-50 fight that could go completely either way. It really just depends on which version of which cup shows up today. Jamie's submissions is always a massive threat, and Bumrock does like to mix it up with some takedowns. But ironically, he seems to be choosing a boxer powerhouse, which would be an egregious decision, I would say. I really would hope he doesn't do that. Yeah, it would. Well, I don't think that would be a good idea, but I imagine Jamie definitely will go Vanguard. He's put a real-time clock. Make sure that he doesn't. No, don't do real-time clock. Don't do real-time clock. Don't do real-time.
Please don't do real time.
Don't do real-time. Don't do. He's gonna kick it as well, for God's sake.
Hey guys, if you're listening, I'm gonna go ahead and DM him in the chat before this happens.
Spamming him on Twitter.
Please don't. Oh, yeah, thank God Jamie noticed this. Oh, God, that was close as well. Did you see how close that was? Oh, God. State of that. I couldn't imagine it. Do you remember the one? What was the title fight that went 5 rounds, real time clock?
I don't even know. But
there was one ages ago. It was just, oh, God. As much as I loved it, and I love Avgro, and I love as much content the better, but it impedes on the guys because they have to be smart with their stamina, and yeah, it's a whole kerfuffle, they can say. I imagine both will choose a jiu-jitsu fighter of some class.
And what's going to be really interesting is the ping. Although it's not that high, I've still had fights that are above 100 that still do get a bit of lag. Obviously, for submissions, it's quite difficult. But Jamie's known for submissions, so let's see if that does play any play at all. Sorry, into this fight. I'm so excited for this one. I'm not going to lie to you. I love watching the Hulk fight.
I like watching the Hulk fight. He's always proved me wrong. I've always backed against him, and he's always proved me wrong.
And if he gets a win over Jamie, that's a good feather in your cap to have as one of your first title defenses at 145. Really sets.
Well, he
a good run.
He holds a win over me in ranked. I mean, we've fought 5 times in ranked, 4-1. So he's certainly got skill.
Absolutely.
I will attest
caps
that.
too. We'll see here. We get the Hulk versus a pink monkey with a mask. Goes straight to the takedown.
Blocks the takedown. That would be a bit disheartening to Jamie.
Hulk knows what Jamie's game is.
Jamie screaming, "The king is back" on those t-shirts. Very colourful.
Oh
God, the Hulk is just thrown. Why has he got no stamina today? I've never seen this before. Yeah, and then he goes down the Hulk. He is actually a crafty fighter on the ground, but he
Oh, he
does
gets
well
some
with
good
that.
denial there.
There are good denials to do early then.
Yeah, guys, everybody, you're about to see some very, very elite grappling. Jamie, obviously. Oh, he gets the big sweep there.
I told you he's crafty. He tries to sub Jamie.
This would be interesting if he tries to pull a sub off on Jamie.
He's
Gets
smart.
up from the
Smart for getting up.
full guard, getting out of Jamie's guard. Not a bad idea.
If you're Jamie, just take him down again. If he doesn't want to play with you on the ground, there's a reason for it.
Big knees in the clinch. Jamie's not really.
I don't know what he's doing. Oh, Jamie misses the clinch. Jamie's panicking a little bit here. He needs to stay calm. There you go. Get the takedown, regroup. Bumrock's good.
Seen it, even
Gotta
on
be
the
careful with Bumrock's guard here. He's already had one big sweep.
See, look, Jamie's smart there. This is where previous Jamie would have made the mistake and just bared down on him. Ball of hell. Oh, he should have blocked
he
that.
gets flipped into full guard.
He needs to block that. That is poor from Jamie, but that's also poor from Bumrock there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh no, you don't do. If he doesn't block the back, why did he not ride the? Maybe he blocked it.
She's going for the bulldog choke. No,
He's got one of these before on Eddie Murphy MMA. See, this is the thing, Jamie. Even with full stamina, he's certainly giving Bumrock some hard times.
Absolutely.
No, you didn't really actually. Sorry.
Yeah,
Misread that.
said a little bit half.
I misread that. I was reading him as the red. Sorry. Jamie's dangerous in this position. Whose round is this?
He did say he wanted to get a go-go platter to me with Brandon in top mount, so we could see that play out again tonight. But we've seen some good defense from Bumrock.
Jamie needs to focus on winning this round with a few little strikes, a few little body strikes, a few little things, little elbows and stuff. Because I think he's got a lot of control. With Bumrock, as we've shown earlier, it can just change.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. You got a big, long 5-round fight as well. He goes for the power get up right. Again, if you guys want to know how to do that, it's real simple. Press RB on your controller and then do your direction. It only works with get ups. So be careful. He's going to get the sweep in the top mount. No, it doesn't. I guess both jujitsus are very good. Goes in for rubber guard, perhaps going to do a little damage, sleeps him in the top mount. Interesting. Kind of weird decision there for Jamie.
Very weird
Yeah,
decision.
man, that was a very, very good fight so far. I mean, Bumrock showing, hey, I'm not a slouch on the ground. You're not just going to be able to do what you want. Showing pretty good submission defense. Even got a big sweep in the half guard there. So, man, tough round to score. I'll probably give it to Jamie with control time.
Yeah, I agree consistently, Jamie. Oh, no glove touch. Bumrock is good off his top, but I would certainly give this to Jamie, 10-9. But I think Bumrock has some reasons to be gleeful going into this.
Oh, he's going to get sweeped into top mount.
He needs to block left because Jamie, from my memory, likes to go, okay. Just powers up.
Posturing up, doesn't necessarily want to jump back into that rubber guard.
Nice
Good denial. Yep. Gets in the half guard. And if you notice, Jamie's actually striking with his hand that's holding the top of Bumrock's head. You got to be careful because if the player can read that, it's an automatic posture up for free. No grapple advantage needed. Goes right for the takedown, Jamie does. Jamie knows where he likes to have the fight. Yeah, Chad, so you're seeing this and you're saying, hey, I'm a ground fighter myself. I've got both consoles. Is this something that kind of worries you, or are they kind of doing pretty juvenile work on the ground to you?
I don't think either's particularly look good, but they've done well to survive. They've done well to survive certain things, but they're not really.
This could be it.
They're making little mistakes. This is a go-go platter. This is a go-go platter.
This is it. Stamina's down real low. Jamie doing a very good job. Let's see how good Bumrock's submission defense is. He's really got to step it up here to avoid this.
It's looking good. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I think he's probably got. Bumrock's looking impeccable though.
Got to stay calm here as this transition gets deeper.
This is going to be
harder
so
and harder to get out of.
I think Bumrock's got out, but it's going to be tight, guys. It's so tight. Oh god, that's tighter than it is.
He's going to get inside. Oh, north south. If he has the windshield choke here, it's very, very good.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that's panicked Bumrock a little bit. Weirdly enough, late sub. Go on, sorry.
Well, you got to realize too, the choke submissions in this game are very, very strong. If I'm Bumrock, I'm actually pretty excited that I didn't get subbed there. Smart to get out of that. Did a very good job of defending that submission. Now, Chad, what were you saying?
Certainly. I feel Bumrock. You can see he's a bit put off by that. He's getting up straight away. Definitely going to put him on edge, playing with him in the ground a bit more, especially considering he initiated the takedown. Bumrock's losing this
stamina
fight so
there.
far, though.
Oh yeah,
Takedown
absolutely.
is to be. He's a little bit lackluster. It could be refined a little bit more.
He needs.
But nothing I'm really seeing from Jamie is impressing me, though. In my opinion, I mean, he's had a good couple transition denials, but I'm not like blown away by anything Jamie's doing.
He hasn't done damage. That's the only problem, I guess. If this fight goes long, he's used a lot of stamina to get a lot of these takedowns, and if he's not doing subsequent damage, it's a bit pointless. If you're not going to get the sub, which it obviously is his intention, I think he needs to focus on getting up, posturing up, doing some damage.
Good
He's
denial
also
there.
doing
Great denial right back.
Another good
He's
denial
also
as well.
doing Bumrock stamina quite well.
Not sure why Bumrock goes for the power get up there. That was kind of silly. Gonna eat a
Was
little
that
bit of oh!
That wasn't a rock
And
though.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anybody saw that. They have the HUD turned off. When Jamie missed that spinning back kick, his stamina went all the way down. He got
He
into
might
a
be
stamina.
tired. I think he's
Yeah,
tired.
that's that. If I'm Bumrock, I'm taking note of that. Hey, he's gonna get a little bit of stamina recovery here. That's inevitable. But I saw that miss spinning back kick. Hopefully he was watching. I hate coaching if he's listening.
Jamie has been renowned for using a lot of stamina in these fights, especially ones where you heavily wrestle. It's hard to do this.
Bumrock,
Much as
sorry,
I've done it before. Go on.
I was going to say Bumrock really needs to work on the takedowns where they switch position. That's his kryptonite. Any forward driving takedown, he'll be fine. Oh, beautiful hip toss from the cage there from Bumrock. But
Careful for the half guard transition. Jamie goes into the half guard. Interesting.
I'm loving.
Almost like to see Jamie shoot that leg in and get full guard there. Great denial. Could be a choke here. Posture's up.
Go for the body. Don't take risks. Don't take risks. It's not. This is going to go 5
There it
rounds.
is.
See,
oh,
now
gonna
he's in
be
a
an arm
compromised
triangle here.
position.
Got to defend arm
You
triangle.
need to defend the arm triangle at that point. Jamie trying to emulate me getting the arm triangle.
his submission defense has been quite on point tonight. So
Yeah, this is almost elite submission defense.
I think this is a lead, to be honest. Jamie, look, he's had to
Jamie
back
doing a
out.
good job canceling.
Bumrock's very good. He could even
yeah,
go
you
for a
can
sub
tell
of his own.
Bumrock's not a slouch. Yeah, absolutely. If he has a Kimura in there, I'm not sure if he does.
there's a
I'd be
reason
more-
why he's the champion.
Yeah,
I think he's been grossly underestimated in this fight. If I'm going to be honest.
And that right there.
don't know who I want to win.
Well, okay, so right there was a little bit of a problem there with Bumrock. He was starting to move his body a little bit when Jamie was postured up in half guard. That's what Jamie wanted. He was waiting for you to move around, drain that stamina a little bit, get the stamina advantage needed to get that free transition. Not a
He's trying
smart move
subs
in
of
my
his
opinion.
own. It's interesting. He's going to try and
Stop
he's going to
moving.
try and get to half guard. I think he was going to try and get to half guard there. Rubber guard, no. He needs to fake these rubber. He went for a leg lock.
Mission here goes for the fake armbar. Interesting.
Yeah, good play from Jamie. Is he going to catch the armbar? He's going to try and ride it. He's going to side control. He's going to try straight away for that inverted triangle. He loves the inverted triangle. Told you.
Nice defense.
Tried it.
Good denial though there.
He is a bit
Don't
obvious.
use your
That's the only
power
criticism.
transition.
This is where
Uh-oh,
Jamie is
Peruvian
dangerous.
necktie.
Jamie is very dangerous with these. With these chokes, he's dangerous. I think this might be it, boys. I think we've got a new 145 champion.
I don't know. Bumrock's still doing well with the defense. I wouldn't count him out just yet.
I think we should.
He's gonna have to change it up if he wants to get out of this necktie. Oh, this is a Japanese lock. I'm sorry, Japanese necktie.
Bumrock.
He's gonna get out here. Bumrock is such a beast when it comes to these transitions.
Right,
Gets top mount.
Impeccable there from Bumrock.
Got to get careful.
Leg lock. Not enough time though. Not enough time. This is gonna give Jamie a gauge as to whether he can get him in a sub, a joint sub, because he's been failing the chokes.
Again, the defense from Bumrock is great.
Fuck me, Bumrock's so hard to sub. Well, if I was to fight Bumrock, I'm not even going to bother to try and sub him, to be honest. From this fight alone, I would just use it to keep position and waste time on top. I still think Jamie's winning this fight, though.
Just to see what it is in the judges' scorecard. Oh!
That come out of nowhere.
I know. Sort of like he froze.
Yeah, Bumrock needs to get back into what was happening. Hurt him there. You know he's going to go. You need to be blocking that pre-denying because you know he's going to go for it. See, the problem with Bumrock, and this is the big criticism you can give of him, is that he's giving up these positions and allowing Jamie to ride up time on top.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Stop moving. Don't move. Smart there for Bumrock. Holding steady, not giving Jamie that free transition.
And a few times,
Bumrock's really wanting that armbar.
yeah.
He really
doing it
does.
Jamie's already posturing up, so he's just missing out. He's just a little bit earlier to get that.
Jamie has said his submission defense isn't as good as his offense.
Stop moving your body. Jamie's just trying to bait you into doing that.
Yeah, but he needs to do something different to get out of this. He needs to throw more because he's just allowing him to get the grapple advantage.
He gets
That's
the
it.
sweep
That's what he
here.
needs to do. That's exactly it. He needs a lot of time control. Leg lock. Wow.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I was going to say you get the sweep, but you're also in the disadvantage in Jamie's guard. There it is. Rubber guard.
He's
Gonna
very
defend
bad at
left to
defending
hopefully
that
get out
rubber
of top
guard.
mount. Yeah. Rubber guard's kind of a difficult thing to manage, though, too. Gosh,
I
Jamie's
agree.
denials are on point today.
Is this a sub?
Oh, no. Bumrock's denied him twice.
Nah, he's building up some grapple advantage. Oh, he denied both of them.
Bumrock is impeccable at denying like transitions.
If I'm Bumrock, I'm avoiding getting taken down.
Oh, he's hurt
RT,
his body,
LT.
though. If Bumrock kicked this on the feet, there's signs of promise.
Did Bumrock just hit Jamie with a 4-piece to the body?
I think he did.
Nice uppercut.
Deny Bumrock.
That looked like Bumrock did deny that. If I'm honest, that seemed like a bit of unlucky from the game. His hands were down.
This is bad going straight for that
Yeah, inverted triangle is one of Jamie's favourite submissions for a reason. Oh, this is.
Bumrock's
I
defense.
gotta be honest, man. I don't think you're choking out Bumrock. You might be able to get him in a joint sub.
That next two.
I don't think that's even a shot. I don't even think Bumrock's doing that well.
No reason to cancel there, Jamie. There's absolutely no reason to cancel that because you're already getting swept.
Yeah, he may as well just persist through it and keep the position.
For Kimura
Now,
here.
Oh,
For the arm triangle himself.
If he gets him now, I'm going to scream.
Showing okay sub offense. Jamie's showing even better sub defense.
Bumrock's doing well still.
Posture up, do a little bit of damage. That's your only
I
hope
think-
here. Building a little bit of grapple advantage.
Bit of strikes to the body, try and get some significant strikes in.
Hopefully,
Punch.
posture up one more time before the round ends. No, smart Jamie doing that long wasting time.
That's the
transition.
That's the thing. Both Bumrock and him have been susceptible to being flipped. If you've noticed this a lot, they're just switching positions, but they're quite basic ways they're switching position. I do think they're both good wrestlers. Obviously, I'm not saying they're not, but there is cause to say,
This is a high level match.
Oh, both showing a bow, a little bit of respect. Yeah, this has been high level grappling right here. Gets a knockdown though. He's gonna get that trip.
doesn't count.
I'd like to see him
officially as a
just go
knockdown.
for the knees. No, it's not necessarily a knockdown, but
Yeah.
he gets him
In
down.
real
He's
life,
gonna
it
get
would
a
be.
free clinch attempt.
Ooh.
Ooh, spinning back kick there for Jamie.
Taking a.
I'd like to see Bumrock just start clinching and just start keeping the fight down. He's gonna get taken down again. Unbelievable. Jamie has just been dominant with his taking down.
I really want to see Jamie's stamina. He's going to go for the top.
Oh, and
Oh, smart. Maybe a Darce choke here. No, he doesn't have it.
he does have the Kimura though.
One denial.
This could be anywhere between 40-35 and
Insanely
2-1 to Jay. This could be anything. I have no idea what this fight is.
I got to be
don't
honest. I
envy
think
them.
Jamie's been rather dominant with his control time. The judges are going to give it to him.
Yeah, I think I'd have to edge it to Jamie, but Bumrock's not really taking damage. Leg lock. Jamie is a crafty one.
Oh,
He's a very crafty man.
Leg locks are very, very poor.
Why is he
They're not that
avoiding that?
strong.
I know it wasn't strong, but he was actually getting some leeway there.
Gonna get a denial. Getting the omoplata. Oh my
Oh
god.
wow, this is good.
interesting.
He won't get it, it doesn't seem, but the chain's
He
important.
gets the chain.
To the go-go.
No, he's not got
Doesn't
this.
look like he's gonna get it.
No, but it'll get out to what position do you think?
Side
Half
control.
guard. Half guard at this point, I think. Yeah. No, top mount.
Top mount.
Yeah, I knew it's one of the three.
Go for the get up here.
What?
Get up and try and do some damage.
Bumrock needs to stand this fight up. Oh, it's a fight.
Jamie.
Jamie's going to walk away as the champion.
Yep, smart. Go for the get up. Not expecting it, but he does a power
Hulk's
transition. Not
stamina's
wise, in
low.
my
Could he
opinion.
finish Hulk?
Can you finish?
I
That
don't
would
think
be
Jamie's going to finish. Ooh, slip hook. Slip cross.
No,
You got to be careful with
I
that.
I don't think he did any damage at all, really.
Oh!
Oh! That could have been a knockdown. Good play
I
there
don't know
from
why that
Bumrock.
wasn't a knockdown. He had no stamina. Sorry for yelling in everybody's ears, by the way. Oh my God, that was crazy. I'm not sure why that wasn't a knockdown. I think he got
Bumrock's-
kind of cheated there.
I don't know what Bumrock's
Cancel
doing.
this. Do some damage.
Yeah, what is he doing?
It's over
Cancel it.
now. He can't cancel it. No point in canceling it now.
Might as well. That was stupid, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was rather foolish. Oh well, Jamie grinded out a decision win.
Well,
Good
we
for
Yeah.
him.
Well played for Jamie to become a champion again.
I don't
Good
know
luck.
how he didn't get that knockout. That should have been a flash KO ducking under that head kick.
That would have been amazing if he knocked him out, because Jamie would have screamed rage for an hour.
Yeah, he might have deleted the aggro Twitter account.
Yeah, we wouldn't be an aggro anymore.
Scorecards. I definitely want to listen to this.
I'll be right back.
I don't know with that. That was a weird fight. I don't think he.
So it was
No.
domination in terms of like. It was, I
It's
don't know.
probably technically a domination, but it wasn't like he did damage.
It was just
He
like.
just did what he needed to do.
Oh.
Bumrock's got his hand up.
Oh,
Why was Bumrock got his hand up?
why is there no audio?
Hold on, he's clicking it.
One scores this contest, 48-47, the Warrior. Judge 2 scores it,
Split.
48-47, Bone Crusher. And Judge
Split.
3 scores it, 48-47, for the winner by split.
It's a split decision.
Oh my god!
Oh fuck! Bumrock nearly won it. Split decision for the belt.
Even call for a rematch.
Oh my god, a split decision.
Interesting.
Don't know about that one. I thought that was 50-45, but
Yeah, split decision is interesting.
I guess you can see it because Hulk did reverse him a lot, and there was moments of the fight where Hulk was doing more damage.
That's
And
true.
Jamie, I don't know. I could see maybe giving Hulk one round. I don't see how he could have won the fight though.
That's.
I don't know. I think that's.
I need to see the fight statistics.
Imagine not winning the clear decision though. It can never be moved.
Even when my fights got to the last second of the decision, I knocked him out.
It's
The
actually
last
crazy.
maybe.
It's actually
That was.
fucking
I want to
insane.
see the stats so bad.
I do as well. I feel like that's one of those fights that could have been really close for the stats.
Yeah, 100%.
Jamie, you snuck that by the skin of your teeth, didn't you? No, I can see him win. Show us the round. Show us the rounds quick.
I gotta be
Kept
honest,
stop-
Jamie. Like, no disrespect to you, brother. You didn't really do anything super great. I mean, you got him in some choke offense, but I mean, you kind of see that he was doing a very good job of defending all your choke offense. So
There you go. First round, Hulk won the first, and the set fell. Oh, he did win 2 rounds.
Just
shit. Hey, everybody, 54 people in the chat. What is going on,
Yeah, he
guys?
won
Hey,
the
man,
second.
we really appreciate everybody stepping in. And guess what we got for you? We got today's main event. Yes, we have Ganja. Then we have Dosser. This is going to be an absolute banger of a fight. Ganja is known as one of the better submission people in our league, but hey, he said today, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to try and bang around with Dosser. Very interesting decision. Let's see if he sticks to his word. I doubt it. That is the guy Ganja way. You get in your head for sure. Really appreciate it, guys. Remember to use your channel points. Take a couple bets. Really appreciate it again, guys. Seeing a couple people in the chat. I'm seeing Umbro Slides. Nice to see you in the chat. Mr. Humbledink, obviously. KIA all day. Morbid Mad Lad, you've been kind of absent in the chat, but it's
He
nice
lost
to
the
see you,
first.
brother.
And speaking of the main
Did
event,
win the fight.
Ganja versus Dosser 2, I would like to shed some light. I spoke to both fighters. Spoke to Ganja. about the fight. I asked him, how he felt during his camp, how the change of opponent has affected his mindset, and I wanted his opinion on Jordan pulling out as well. And Ganja said to me, he's going to lay out. He's not going to. He doesn't think he's going to win without a bit of cheese with a new update. He thinks Jordan was scared of Ganja beating him. That's why he pulled out. So it's definitely going to be an interesting fight. He thinks he's going to finish Dosser in 2 rounds, but he can take it further. And Dosser said the same. The change of opponent doesn't worry him at all. He knows he can beat Ganja, and he's just going to be patient, pick his shots, not rushing or whiff like he did in his last fight, and really just expect the takedown, expect the clinch, do everything he can to nullify that, and go in and put on the big shots. So it'll be an interesting fight. They have fought before, and if it does keep it standing, I can see calls for Dosser, but like we said, like Cody said earlier, it's Ganja. He'll say one thing in the chat, and the next minute he's taking you down, and you're getting submitted. There's no telling what he's going to do. So it's definitely going to be an interesting fight.
Rock 1, 2, and
Ganja.
5 as we go into the main
Count us
event.
in, Jamie. Count us in. Oh, I guess we're in. Hey, how's it going, boys? We're back at it here with the main event. Guy Ganja versus Dosser. The GOAT Ganja versus the GOAT Dosser. Both of these fighters are fantastic. Ganja changed. I'm changing my style a bit. I'm going to be more of a striking style and oriented offense. Chad, how do you feel about this? Without disrespecting my boy Ganja too much.
Yeah, he's arse. It's going to be a great fight, though. I'm very much looking forward to seeing. And if he does choose to truly strike with Dosser, I think it'll be quite an easy night for the big Dosser himself.
Mr. Kane Hickey, how do you feel about this, man? Both of these fighters look like they're starting off at a pretty quick pace. Dosser using a pretty good use of his lunges. Kane, what are we thinking here? This could be it.
Like Chad said, if it stays on the feet, Ganja's striking is subpar. It's good, but it's not great. It's really not as polished as his groundwork. So I think the path to victory for Ganja is obviously to take it to the floor. But if Dosser can keep it standing and keep it on the feet, he's going to run away with it. Look at the counters, the slips.
You can already see the difference in striking.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of seeing what I'm seeing from Ganja is I'm seeing somebody who's trying to push the issue a little bit too much. I think I'm going to let Dosser come to me. He's getting lunged. I think the biggest strikes that have been made off of a Guy Ganja miss and Dosser lunge. So he's also doing a pretty good job working that leg early on, throwing the good calf kicks, not the big head rock there though.
Oh,
He
no,
goes to
well.
the leg again.
Right.
Very smart maneuver there for Ganja. I mean, this guy has prowess when it comes to fighting. And again, everybody in the chat, really appreciate you stopping by. 50 people. Beautiful to watch this wonderful main event. We're getting to see Guy Ganja. Most people would consider him the aggro GOAT, and Dosser, who is an absolute contender in his own right, gets stopped there with an up kick.
Stop speaking bollocks, like honest to God. Anyway, yeah, no, it's tremendous from Dosser. Dosser's looking really good, but his leg's gone. It's crazy. He's not even really. Ganja's not even really focused on leg kicks, and he's really.
I would disagree though, Chad. I think Ganja's done a very good job working the leg the entire start of the round. Kane, you're known as a pretty solid striker in your own right. Where are we seeing this right now? If you're Dosser, how do you turn this fight back around in your direction?
Just need to start checking the leg kicks, making sure when Ganja is throwing them, he's not throwing. He's throwing them and getting caught. The worst thing you can do is let him beat up at that lead leg, especially with these new leg kicks. They're deadly. So the more leg kicks he gets,
He started checking now.
Oh!
Great up kick there
from Ganja.
Oh my God! He just did a gyro.
Yeah, I know 100%. Yeah, if I'm Guy Ganja, man, I'm being really careful to not overextend too much. It's happened to me twice. He's ducked under my head kick. I'm going back. I'm throwing my jab straight, and I'm piecing up that leg. Got to be careful here. Got that leg kick check.
Ganja's leg. Ganja's leg is now also quite low in stamina. Quite low in health. So the more checks.
He's done.
I'd be careful with those high power combinations, man.
And just used a lot of stamina as well.
So ducks into a front kick.
This fight definitely isn't going to decision.
No, not a chance. Yeah, these two fighters are absolutely going out there. You could tell there's a grudge between these two fighters. And I gotta say, Guy Ganja takes round one, in my opinion. That is as close as it gets. 30 total strikes. 19, 16. I think Guy Ganja wins that first round. Kane, how do you feel?
I don't know. There's the strikes landed. It was only 3 significant strikes difference. So
I
honestly don't know.
It's 50-50. Because Dosser, I don't know, it was the same amount of strike. I don't know. Who knows? That's 50-50.
You all know judges love leg kicks. I think the judges absolutely love leg kicks in UFC 4. Back to the action here. We get Guy Ganja firing off 4 hooks in a row. Dosser, he leads into a flying knee. Oh my gosh, that very well could have been the end of the fight.
I don't think this is
big flying knee attempt.
Nice block there from Dosser. Oh, nice uppercut there.
I think Ganja knows he needs to do.
There it is. Judo hip toss.
I think he's realised.
He said, bollocks that, I'm going to take this fight to the ground. Doesn't get the denial.
With what Ganja's picked, the submissions that he's used to aren't really going to be there. So is he going to be as effective on the ground as he would be if he would have gone the BJJ Vanguard or a wrestler?
Actually, Kane, you mentioned that. I believe he picked Razor Calf. Razor Calf has a lot of good top control. Bottom control is not necessarily great, but Razor Calf is almost like a Tony Ferguson clone. He does have some submissions, and he does have a little bit of top control. Well, smart maneuver there if we wanted to.
It's up. Interesting.
Oh!
He's getting picked apart on the feet.
Yeah, this round's definitely going to Dosser, no question. Got to work the body maybe a little bit. If you insist on keeping this fight standing, it's not a good idea.
Oh,
he really needs to take.
Dosser's getting a little bit too overzealous with his strikes. He just needs to be a little bit more patient because look at the stamina. He's really whiffing on these strikes, so he needs to just chill out, just pick your shots.
Yeah, that too. Got to check those leg kicks. Yeah, Chad, I agree with you.
He really does, because Dosser hasn't fought. I know he can, but he hasn't often fought southpaw. I agree. Done well.
Throwing those leg kicks in the pocket, that's dangerous.
Ooh,
Yeah, it
that's
is
the way
against
the hook
Dosser.
and the slip.
Oh, big leg kick
Oh.
rock there. And
Oh,
that's how you
God.
got to use those leg kicks. Oh my gosh, he gets swept in the
Oh,
floor.
Great play. Yep. See, this is it. Dosser has been saying he's been what if he subs him. Oh my.
oh my God!
No,
Oh,
you're not subbing Guy Ganja. That's no question there. He just denies that armbar. That's a tough
has-
denial right there after you get butterfly swept in the top mount.
He has been saying that his submission def.
Oh,
he
his
needs to
legs.
switch stances.
Yeah, he really does.
You got to be careful. You
caught with
never
an
know
ankle
with these
there,
new
though.
judges and the way that the leg kicks work in this game. Hey,
Ooh.
1 or 2 leg kick rocks might put the fight to an end. That's very scary to think about if you're Dosser. You got to be careful.
So
Look at
true.
the head health for Ganja. It is low.
He's really doing a great job in Dosser. But
Nope.
he's
Oh,
just
Oh!
This might be the end of the fight.
the
this
fight
could be
ends.
it.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait. Oh,
Oh,
wait,
Oh my
what?
gosh, he decides to
survived.
get up. Kind of
What?
disrespectful almost.
What's he doing? If he loses this fight because of this, I'm gonna be so angry.
Yeah, if I'm Guy Ganja, I'm taking the rest of this round off. I'm saying, forget that action. I am not going to mix it up. I'm going to do whatever I can. Maybe work the clinch that he's so good at and getting the fight to the ground. There's absolutely no standing with Dosser anymore.
There you go.
Oh,
nice
gets the denial
denial.
there.
Dosser's dangerous, man. I'm telling you. It
Nah,
was
yeah, Dosser's definitely dangerous.
a terrible decision. But why is Dosser's last 2
That's
opponents
it.
decided to stand with him? It's like they're challenging him. It's
Yeah.
insane. I don't know why you would do this when you've both
Oh,
got
look
2
at that.
submission specialists. You've got to take him down.
Round 2 clearly
I
goes.
don't
to
know about that card. I mean, they both had 2 significant events. Ganja had 3 more significant strikes. I don't know how that's scored.
I can tell you how it's scored. Dosser won it. He got 2 knockdowns.
Yeah, Dosser definitely won that round.
Yeah.
Look at Gadget's block as well. One jab just took it almost all the way down.
Yeah, it was a tight round on actual merit, but the damage was.
Oh!
His head's out. This is going to start turning into a bit of brutality. I think the best chance Ganja has at winning is just taking him down straight away or
He's
pounding.
going to go for the back here. Let's see if Dosser knows how to deny this. He doesn't. Rear naked choke city
Oh.
coming. This is all but over. Dosser's next move has got to be smart here as he goes for the backside. That's pretty much your only out when it comes to that.
Yeah,
Goes
he's
back
gonna
for back sitting.
He needs to go right.
The
'cause
only.
Yep.
Yeah, gets into full guard.
If you go
Smart.
right straight away, it's smart. It's Ganja. Yeah, smart move. Oh, this is dangerous for Ganja. I bet he's panicking. Oh, sorry, my mic cut up.
Big round now for Dosser. Big second round, big third round so far.
Why does Ganja love trilogies? I'm back in, mate. Sorry,
He gets back to the cage. Now, Ganja's main bet right here is to get this fight to the cage, and he's going to try and get that back sitting rear naked choke. That right there is a very overpowered. We've seen it one time tonight. Can Dosser deny this? I don't think he does. Guys, it's left trigger, right trigger, and you're going to want to hold up on your left stick to deny that. You're going the opposite way of where he wants you to go. So he gets it in the half guard. Let's see if Ganja can figure something out. Great denial.
Ganja reversing back to old ways, hitting about 50 clinches in that exchange. Well, but I guess at this moment he has to do what he has to do. Can't really blame the man.
Yeah, this would be a Herculean comeback right here for Ganja if he can figure this one out. Dosser's been absolutely dominant.
In all honesty, Ganja is the only person in aggro to have been knocked down about 90 times and still come back and win fights. He does this every time, but not like that. Not with Dosser getting up like this.
Oh,
and he's rocked his leg. He's picking him
interesting
apart. This is prime Dosser. Again, why did Ganja choose to stand with him? What a terrible decision.
I think Ganja kind of knew, hey, look, I've been dominant in the submission games. I kind of want to open up my repertoire just a little bit. Is it the wrong move? I would say at this point, yes, it is the wrong move, but can't doubt what Ganja has. He still has the ability to get the rear naked choke. That's Ganja's main course of winning here, and hopefully his recovery is nice. But look at his head. It's blinking almost already. Dosser, hey, hang on now. Look at Dosser's stamina. I think Ganja might be seeing this. Oh, big.
Ganja's got lower stamina. They're about equal. The only thing is, if he gets Dosser's stamina low enough, he can get the sub.
Yeah, what I was saying, Chad, it's one denial into a submission. Yeah, it's one denial into submission for Dosser. And you know, Ganja's submission offense. And look at his head blinking at base. His base head health is blinking already, boys and girls. He might be a 1-2 combo out from being finished. Gonna get a good little bit of recovery here, though. The Razor class does have a 4-star recovery.
This is interesting. This is a very interesting fight because as Dosser gets more and more tired, it's just playing more and more into the Submission ability. No touch
Oh,
of gloves,
Dustin
no
doesn't
sign of
touch.
respect. I think he's in the mode. Oh, he
Fighters
wants
Bad
to
idea.
going to the bow.
I wouldn't do
Sign of
that.
respect there.
start with Ganja.
Hey, I'd be kind of nervous touching Ganja's glove too. I mean, honestly, that's just me being honest.
You'll
Why?
get a contact high.
Got to be
Yeah, contact.
careful with that.
That
with
was a
that
good
lean
line.
back lunge.
That was underrated. I'll give you that, Kane. I don't think that was heard. That was a good one. A contact high. He won the pun of the week.
Yeah, and if you're Ganja right here, you got to be careful not to do that sway back lunge. That sway back lunge, if you get, he gets it down to the judo throw,
Oh, for
and here it is,
fuck's
one denial into a submission. That's all it takes from this point. Is
Hasn't
he
got one.
denying?
He hasn't
He
got a
does.
submission.
That's
He
that's
hasn't
it.
got a
That might be
submission.
game right
He
here,
hasn't got the
boys.
submission. He hasn't got a submission as a razor.
So I'm saying that the submissions he uses have been patched.
Gets it into back sitting again. Got to deny
Oh,
right
thank
side.
God.
Oh, he doesn't.
Nice denial from Dustin.
Well in Dosser there.
Try not to show our biases too much, boys. Yeah, as we
Fucking
see it here,
you!
Dosser gets up, not trying to get out of that guard for sure. That's 100%. Get out of that guard as best as possible.
You hear that, Jamie? Oh,
Oh, Ganja's block and head health is just ruined.
Yeah, Ganja's health is almost blinking at base. I mean, you got to be careful as he gets the judo toss again.
this
Perhaps
shows.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Excellent.
he's trying to goad him into going backside so we can get that back sitting rear naked choke. And Ganja's had him in back sitting 3 times so far today. It's almost like he's choking himself when it comes into that, but he's going to do a little bit of damage to his block here. Dosser got to be careful here not to get hit by too many of these elbows. Going to go for back sitting.
Yeah,
Great.
good idea.
elite
Smart. It's
denial.
smart to deny that, though, really, isn't it?
Beautiful transition there to backside from.
He's going to just keep clinching
Dosser,
again.
I'd
until
almost
he gets
appreciate
it.
a posture up there.
Yeah, I think a posture. Well, then again, you get caught. You get caught with Gandries on top of you, and it's a dangerous position.
Dosser's got to manage his stamina better. You're winning this fight. Don't do anything. Don't sell out too hard in order to get the knockout. I know you want to
So
beat
true.
Ganja, but
It's
if you're
so
Dosser,
true.
slow it down. Take your time. You're up in this fight a lot, probably. Take your time. Win the fight. Don't try and
Yeah.
sell out for a knockout.
So you're very right. I think he's going to get around 5 sub. I'm going to scream.
The way it's looking, if Dosser doesn't play it smart here, maybe go for a takedown himself or just play pity pat, trying to keep him away from him like I do.
I think he just needs
I
to
think
jab.
that's his best bet.
He just needs to jab and move.
Yeah, just play pity pat. Keep him away. You know, your body front kicks. You know, maybe if you have a spin kick to the body, just keep your distance. But I'd be careful there too. Ganja has the lunges going for him. He's going to deny this. Gets
Tremendous.
backside.
Ganja's not shown as much acumen on top as I thought he would. Maybe it's a case of his person who he's using as a razor, but normally I expect him to deny that.
He's going to get back sitting.
Oh,
And I don't like this from Dosser, if I'm being honest. Maybe get the fight standing and throw like a 1 or 2 combination. Nothing crazy.
He's doing it because he knows he's just going to get clinched and taken down. I think it's a smart decision, if anything, to end the round on back and just make sure you're winning the round. I think he wants.
absolutely.
Did he win the round? I think he lost that round. 46
Ganja,
total
for sure.
strikes. 46 total strikes. I think he might have won that round in the eyes of the judges. He's
Ganja
definitely
for
got the
sure,
first
yeah.
2.
It very well, I mean, honestly, Ganja could be down big here. He needs a finish to
Yeah.
get the job done, but that's what Ganja's so damn good at, getting the finish when he needs it.
All could be dependent on
40.
this
I
round.
think it's 40. I think it's 40-36 to be fair, but it could very well be
Nice shine,
false.
respect
It could
that.
even be. Who knows? Who the hell knows?
Let's see. Dosser's got to do a
Ooh.
good job of managing his stamina, not sell out. You have the fight won. Play your pity pat offense and just keep Ganja away from you. Don't fall into his game. He right now, Ganja's sowing a web. He's trying to say, hey, Dosser,
He's
look, you want
block's
this
gun.
finish
His
so
block's
bad.
done.
You want this finish so bad, Dosser. Come into my web. And then you get a sway back uppercut like you almost had there. You got to be careful here if you're Dosser. Don't use too much of your stamina to win this fight. You've already won it.
You know, I've been in these
The
positions
play
where
there.
you're
Dosser's eating him.
There it
Dosser's
is.
eating him alive.
Oh, Ganja really selling out right there to try and get a finish. Gets
Oh,
the judo
He needs
toss,
to
though.
block these. If he doesn't block these against someone like myself or Dosser, if I was to do it, or he was
He's going to
using
get
a
back
character
mount
that
right
was a
here.
dominator.
Let's see if he can get that black flat and
It-
rear naked choke. No, he doesn't.
If
Dosser doing
someone-
a very good job getting the
Someone
half
like
guard.
myself or Ganja's using a dominator character or a jiu-jitsu vanguard, and they get you in that position, it's always so dangerous. That's the thing. He's not blocking the judo throw enough for someone who's. Then I guess he's worried
Right.
about the. I guess he's worried about the. What's the word? Standing gilly.
Uh-oh. Hang on here. This is dangerous. He's going to get the finish. God.
This is going to.
Oh, my God. Couple elbows away, he gets the finish. Wow, Dosser showing very, very good restraint there, avoiding getting
Impeccable
finished by Guy
defense.
Ganja.
Impeccable defense there from Dosser. He looked
Oh,
impressive.
Ganja's doing the slow lunges now because his stamina's so low.
This is a close round.
Oh god, this is so tight.
Dosser's got to be careful here. If you're Dosser, hey, I might have won this fight.
Yes!
Man, I don't know. There it is.
Oh,
Up
god,
kick.
the fight might be over.
Up kick.
Oh, the up
Up
kicks.
kick.
Saved him there.
Great.
Oh,
Oh,
1-2
great
rocks him.
God.
Over. Dosser's how is Ganja's character still in this? This is unbelievable.
Razor's
That
chin
4-star
is a-
recovery.
Yeah, Razor's chin is a 4-star and his
nice.
recovery is 4-star. That might
Oh,
be
the
game.
fight should be
no
over.
stamina though.
Surely
There
the
it
fight's
is.
over.
KO.
Oh,
We have a new champion in aggro fighting. Unbelievable. Can you believe it? This is something that nobody predicted. Guy Ganja coming out with a little bit different of a play style, with a different approach to the entire fight, and he gets finished. Boys, this is something that is unheard of. This is crazy.
He's
Oh
lost
my
twice
gosh.
before.
This
Oh,
is
that's what we
insane.
do.
Guy Ganja getting
Oh.
finished by Dosser in a last-second fight. Can you believe it, boys and girls? Chad, Kane, I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is insane.
Grimsby,
I am-
stand up. You've got a new PlayStation 155 champion joining me at the very tippy top of the division. That's 2 champions now from Grimsby that have captured aggro gold. So fantastic night for
Yorkshire champs only,
Yeah,
boys.
yeah,
Let's go,
Dosser.
Dosser. Woo!
I find this it is impressive what Dosser's been able to do, especially considering he came on another 0-2 streak. You do have to say, though, the last 2 opponents of his were primarily jiu-jitsu based, and they came out and struck against him. Does that take away somewhat? I think it does slightly. But obviously you can't take away a win against Ganja. It's extremely impressive, but you've got
Jamie,
to say
while
something about that.
100%, Chad. Yeah, I mean, that's a devastating loss there if you're Ganja. So, Jamie, let me ask you real quick, brother. Does Ganja get an instant rematch after that? Considering he did change his fight style, does Ganja get a rematch, or do you think Dosser has to go into a little bit different? Is this going to be a Max Volkanovski situation where we get an instant rematch?
Trilogy.
I'm not answering that question live on air.
Okay, no answer from Jamie. Anyway, so yeah, very, very impressive showing there for Dosser. Dosser getting the job done. It is what it is, as Max Holloway likes to
If that
say.
was
So.
anybody else, then they'd say no rematch. Just because it's Ganja and he's your friend up me, you should get one.
absolutely.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, guys, we really appreciate everybody showing up. Seeing 46 viewers. I wish we had more fights for you guys, but that was it. I hope you enjoyed that. Ganja doing
Press
a good job of
conference up
entertaining.
next.
Dosser doing a good job of entertaining everybody. Everybody, please come back. We're going to do the press conference.
See you later, boys. It's been a tremendous one. I've got to go get some alcohol.
Fantastic
Yeah,
card.
go on, mate.
Yeah, fantastic
You're
card,
a
boy.
champ.
It was a great. Oh fuck me! Can't believe you're champ, Jamie. Well done, mate. You did it. Split decision, but you made it.
It wasn't a split, fuck off. Well, it was, but not in anyone's eyes other than Chris Lee.
No,
uh,
you won that. You did win that. I'll give you that. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Still, can't wait for you to lose to Betpig. Anyway, see you later, boys.
We'll see.
No, that'd be great. If you beat Betpig, I'll start screaming.
Gonna
Anyway,
put
see you,
this at
boys.
work, yeah. I'll see you
I
later.
will.
Don't
Alright,
think
love you, Chad.
that
Be
pick is
careful.
going to be coming